is the story about a grub. A grubby little guy who doesn't know it yet, but he's in for a big change.
Grub was happy doing his grub things, eating leaves and doing other grub things. He'd eat his leaves all day and have grubby things to say. When he was asked to comment on what might be one day,
he said, I'll keep doing things my grub way. It's my way from day to day. What may be one day. Till then I'll stick to my grubby way.
Grub was happy doing his grub things, eating leaves and doing other grub things. Grub was happy doing his grub things, eating leaves and doing other grub things. Grub went on with the way that took him day to day, thinking things that made him say, what if things worked another way?
And he said, I've been doing things my grub way. It's the same old stuff day to day. Perhaps there is another way, so I can change my grubby way.
Grub was happy doing his grub things, eating leaves and doing other grub things. Grub was happy doing his grub things, eating leaves and doing other grub things. And Grub went on and changed his ways. Woke one day and Grub felt strange. Wrapped himself up and slept for days. Woke up again and he was amazed.
I was happy to do my bit, fit myself into where I fit. Never knew how free I could be, couldn't tell I could be me. I settled in and I did my thing. Never knew I was gonna, never knew I was gonna grow wings, living my life day to day. Now everyone can hear me say.
Grub was happy that he tried new things, so very happy he loved his wings. Recapping tonight's top stories. Grub was happy that he tried new things, so very happy he loved his wings. Back to you in the studio.
G'day, you mob. Mental note, clear your throat before you go on screen, mate. How are you all? Good to see yous. Oh my God, it is me, James. H, if you speak proper. First cab off the rank today. Well done, James. Bucket of kudos. As is the usual custom in the post to you, lad. Well done. Well done to you. Big D, how's it going? Derek, 44 mag guy. One of the finest internet auctioneers in the game. Welcome. Good to see you, mate. Who else we got? Punchy Paints. Hello, Pamela. How are you? Good to see you as usual. Z-Bean. Zip Gun, how's it going? Bloody chat's already jumped on me. Cigarette's already gone out. I can put that down for Ron. Yum, yum, yum. Mismatched Socks, how are you, Jess? Zip Gun, I think I already said hi to you, didn't I? Maybe. Everyone likes one or two. Oh, yes, Pam, thanks for noticing my groomed hair. I had to. I made the silly, foolish error on Monday night to shampoo my hair, and it just goes a little bit silly and fluffy and stuff. And in this heat and humidity, I need it off my face and off my neck. So, yes, I had to groom the absolute crap out of my hair before the show. Terry's Tropical Tanks. How are you, Terry? Welcome back. Welcome back. welcome back. Oh, someone's got a keen eye. Young Derek asking if that is the Scunge Princess that he can see beside me. As usual, she doesn't like hogging the camera and stuff, but she's there. She's there to say hi, everyone. Potentially, we're a few viewers down with this Greater Seattle Aquarium Society live stream going on, but you know, we're still here. We'll push through. Fingers, oh, g'day, Thirsty. How are you, mate? Thanks to my massively long 7 3/4 hour stream a couple of weeks ago, I'm running fairly low on my StreamYard hours, so it probably won't be a very big one today. And Sarah's not here for long. Sarah has been to life drawing this morning, so we figured for old time's sake. Old time's sake? Yeah, that's the saying, isn't it? For some reason, I almost convinced myself that it's all time's sake, but it's old time's sake. Different. They probably refer to different things, isn't it? TN Aqua, how are you, mate? Welcome. Yeah, for old time's sake, and potentially for the future's sake as well, we might do this as a thing where myself and the Scunge Princess over here kick off this stream with a little bit of, you know, nonsense, a bit of wafty nonsense, and potentially some arty stuff as well. Pardon me. Before we get into, you know, seeing who else is out there and stuff. And yeah, of course, there's probably quite a few people. Pardon me, El Tropico. How are you, mate? There's probably quite a few people in the live streams nowadays that are probably not even familiar with the lovely Scunge Princess and her artwork. So we thought it's probably an opportune time to, you know, introduce my love to the rest of you loves and mob and stuff. So that's what we're going to do. How have you been? Would you like to move in and like pretend that we haven't spoken yet and do all the pleasantries and things? Or are you just going to stay over there?
I like it over here.
Yeah, but see,
I like to be able to just like
drift out. Yeah, but I'm not such a huge fan of having my dryer in the shot.
always could turn it around.
So if I make it like this, and then you come a little bit closer, then if you want to do your leaning out thing, it's just as easy. G'day, Ian. How's it going? So yes, what was it? 3 weeks ago that drawing started again, or was it 4 weeks ago? It was 4 weeks ago.
It was 4 weeks ago, but
First,
there wasn't one last week.
Ah, that's right, because there was a thing on, and then the second one you had to miss because you had a thing on.
Yes.
So it's almost like it was your first proper one back, because the first one never counts, does it?
Never.
Never counts, even though some good stuff came out of it.
Yeah, actually, I think more good stuff came out of the first one than today.
And what do you think? Was that just down to the fact that you were super eager to get back to drawing after the some shit happened last year that stopped these events?
Look, there's always definitely if you put too much pressure on the situation, then it can't naturally be the best it can be. That makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
But yeah, but also because creatively, I go through like cycles, I guess. And I felt today like I was coming up against a wall. But I know that eventually then that wall will collapse and then there'll be a whole world on the other side of it. So kind of looking forward to that, but trying not to think about it too much.
It's probably ideal. Overthinking things tends to toilet them, doesn't it? Somewhat. I don't know. I don't know. Anyone got, those people that haven't seen Sarah for ages? Oh, you did like a you popped into a stream not too long ago, did you? Or was that like ages ago? Wow.
I think I came on one when I just got the puppy and the chicks had just hatched or something.
Was that the last time?
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
We don't want to go into the chickens, but at least the dogs, surviving great, and she's an awesome dog and stuff. But yeah, no more chickens.
Well,
Sheree, no 3 chickens and rooster. At least the rooster's still alive, though.
Yes, and he was a lovely rooster.
What was he called? Fluffball. Fluffball the rooster. Righto, thirsty. Drive safe. 40 Ks in those school zones, remember. Well, that's right. I was getting to the fact that people haven't seen Sarah for ages. So, any questions for Sarah? Apart from the obvious, show us your artwork. Oh, Z-Beam says hi too. That's the Beast's new name. But he's like other YouTubers, changes his name almost as frequently as he changes his underpants. But yeah, Z-Beam doesn't change his underpants.
Not very often.
Yeah, he doesn't change them that frequently. He's I think he's of the school of thought that he can get 4 days out of a pair of underpants. Frontwards, backwards, frontwards inside out, backwards inside out. Then give them a wash. Z-Beam might beg to differ. He might have, stuff to argue that point, but that's how I believe it to be. Yeah, three chooks eaten by snakes, and the rooster survived. Why is it always the rooster that survives? The one that can't provide you with the good stuff.
But, of course, that led to a very pet-like rooster because he was all alone. So he would like to come and sit on your shoulder.
He was very much a house chook, wasn't he?
Yeah. But I had to move him on for his own happiness to somewhere where he could have a flock of chickens to love. But also to save my house from all the chicken poo that was just constantly covering it.
G'day, Galah. I'm assuming that's good old Kiwi Galah. Or just as I was talking about people changing their names, unless we've got a new Galah. But no, I'm assuming that's our friend Galah from NZ, bro. Is that racist to say that? Or is it cultural appropriation to mimic other people's accents? We'll set up a Instagram poll for that and we'll get everyone's opinions.
I think you're allowed to make fun of people if they're white. Like Caucasian, you can kind of make fun of them.
Because, yeah, people...
really freely. Maybe it's just your own, whoever's your own...
your own tone.
Sure.
Because, yeah, you don't hear much kickback when people are doing that, like, old Italian voice, say, that's always in the movies, you know?
Oh, but maybe you do. Not necessarily, actually. But I just found out recently that they're pulling like all Super Mario stuff. You won't be able to buy the games anymore. They're not producing Super Mario games, and they didn't give a reason, but I think that's why, because heaps of things are going that way, and I think it's because he's the, Italian plumber, and it's
Quite a stereotype. Damn. Is nothing safe. Is nothing sacred anymore. Bloody hell, these PC police snowflakes. They're ruining all the good stuff.
I love Mario.
Mario was pretty cool. I can't say I was never really a Nintendo person, but yeah, I still played it a bit. Yeah, well, that's a good point, Joshua. That polyglots have to appropriate accents, because you've certainly, if you're trying to speak foreign languages, you can't just do a foreign language in your own accent. You've certainly got to put an accent on. But, I guess polyglots may have a valid reason for it, as long as
it's not in mockery.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. As long as, if, say, they're doing let's not get too specific, but a Taiwanese voice, as long as if they put the accent on for a Taiwanese voice, they're not also putting their fingers up beside their eyes and doing that silly thing with their eyes. That used to be a thing in the movies. Crikey, how would all of those old classic cinema movies where Wafty played Asians and they do the funny makeup and fake bits of, how would that play today? Oh, you just couldn't do it. You couldn't get away with it. And yeah, so I don't know. Let's avoid firing up the snowflakes. Doesn't take much, does it? And if there's any snowflakes in the room, you're probably in the wrong place. What do you reckon? You want to show off some art, or have you got other stuff you want to tell people?
We can show, but
There's an apple. Were you saving that bit?
Well, I was going to eat it, but I got full, so that's how it is.
I might have to give you more of those other apples from inside if you want them to. Sorry, housekeeping.
But yeah, there are a few drawings, and we can look at them, but they're not, it's not very good range today, I don't think. Only a few.
I don't know. Who wants to see art?
Feel like
Glass says they love to put on a very Maori accent for fun. No one cares here. Yeah. They breed them different over there, Galar. There's enough cold and snow already that there's no, well, there probably is human snowflakes over there. But, that Maori culture is pretty full on and hardcore. There's not much space for snowflakes there. I mean, essentially, if you were in a pub with a big Maori fella and you took the piss out of him by teasing his voice, he's either going to laugh at you or he's going to tear your throat out. So, it's up to you if you want to dance that dance, risk that risk. Zipgun says there's been a strong Italian anti-discrimination organisation in the US for decades. They've always fought against stereotypes. So yeah, it's a really interesting predicament, because it kind of lends one to the thinking that in movies, a character of a particular nationality must be played by an actor of that nationality. But if they're going to go down that avenue, there's certainly some ones that go the other way that are interesting.
Well, I think there is a lot more to it, but it's, I mean, it's finding where the difference is between, like, say, an Australian actor who goes and plays in an American movie and then pretends to be American. They have an American accent and they're playing. I mean, everyone in a movie is pretending to be someone that they're not, whose experience they haven't lived through. And they're just trying to portray that to the audience in a way that helps to tell the story and the overall message of, the movie. So I think there's a difference in that to just having like a token character who only epitomizes all of the stereotypes. The thing is, the stereotypes are stereotypes
For a reason.
well, those people exist as well as loads of other people within any culture. But and so I think it is important that we have greater understanding of all of the different sort of walks of life and things that people live through. But I also don't know where it goes too far, where, like, say a character in a game then becomes what? It can't have any nationality, any defining features that identify it as anything. So can only be something that you've just made up from your imagination with no ties to any other stuff.
That's where it gets squirrely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have the answers.
Cack. Cichlids Aquarium Keeper. How are you, mate? Welcome. What are some good American cichlids? My favourites are Festes, Rivulatus, Maraguens, Jaguar. I was doing Spanish eyebrows. Shit, I'm going to get cancelled. Because all Spanish do that shit with their eyebrows when they're being Managuanzi. God, I'm scared now that the snowflakes are going to come after me. I think they're my favourite three. Or what you can keep in a 4-foot tank. Firemouths. Planted firemouth tank is a great idea. That's one that I want to do in the future, because firemouths, even though they're closely related to convicts, I don't think they rip up plants and stuff as much as convicts do. And you can do a nice heavily planted tank and have a full squad of firemouths without too much problems and stuff. And they don't get too big either. I think like a firemouth, maybe 5 or 6 inches max, and they're very pretty. Very pretty. Big D, he can vouch for the fact that firemouths are pretty. And you keep them in a planted tank, Big D. This is weird. So early in the stream and we're already talking fish. So weird that fish come up on this stream. Odd. Anyway, we were talking art, weren't we? How we digress or wander off on tangents. Let's see a picture and we'll try and, we'll interject here and there with fish talk.
I don't know what one you want. There's not very many, and I can't stay very long. I like this one.
Yeah, I like that one too. Don't know how I'm going to show it properly. It's been a while since I've held pictures up at a screen. Jinky boys. What are you doing, mate? Oh, yeah. Whoops. Hard to hold stuff still when you're trying to make fun of your dog. You be careful, that's my balls there. Yeah. Oh, I can't reach you now. You should have stayed there. That's better. Yeah, I like that one. Do you think you'll do more on that?
No.
Or just trim it off?
That one, yeah, I'll cut it. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
was
pretty
doing
cool.
it and it just wanted to be finished, so that's all it has.
I like those fine line ones where there's lots and lots of lines to make the stuff.
Well, that was the other thing. Because I forgot my wood paper, and like different surfaces take different media in a different way, and so I didn't mean to bring that paper, and that's really weird.
Pardon me, please. Right, Big D, you got some Oscars in there as well. It's funny, you're saying that about a couple of Oscars. I found a comment that has just been dropped on one of my really old videos. Someone was quite aggressive about the size of the tank that I had too big. It wasn't even my tank, it was my son's tank, but they told me. They said, Q, mate. No, I think they just said Q about the tank size for those Oscars. And it's like, did you even watch the video? Did you even look at the date this video was presented to the YouTubes? Yet, it hit them like it was a fresh insult that my son had two massive Oscars in a tank, like a black shark and an eel. It's a great video though. Watch it. It's one of my most watched videos. Second most, I think. I haven't checked that for a while. I should look into that. Anyway, I did one picture. How is my digression skills today? I'm Mr. Tangent.
As ever.
As ever, sure. Oh, look, there's some comments on YouTube I will delete and remove, but I decided to leave that one there because if I deleted it, it would probably give that person a little bit of smug satisfaction or something that they got to me. But I'm still very intrigued that there's some of the comments left on that video. Is the video of my wasn't even mine, I keep saying mine, of my son's big black shark moving it. People don't even watch the videos. They just pop in and make their silly comments. It's a pretty massive tank though.
The internet is full.
Yeah, like it's a custom built tank, and I think people are quite like it's deceptive how big it actually is because it's so deep front to back and it's so tall. And yeah, I'll probably end up with that tank over here at some stage. And the 6 foot 6x2x2. Put that over there, but won't run any electricity to it. Just grow plants in it or something. Otherwise, I'll have my throat slit. Anyway, let's do another picture. We're bouncing all over the place. Left, right, center, up,
Well,
down.
I don't know because they're not very good. I don't know.
Well, that one's pretty cool. We like him or her. Was it a female model or a male model
Yeah,
today?
it was a female.
It's good. This is whoa. Severe nose itch really got me there. I hope I'm hiding behind the camera while I fetch whatever's itching me. I like to call this traditional scunge style, if there's such a thing.
Sure.
Very good, very good. We likes this. And can I just get a show of hands, however we do that when I can't actually see your hands? Is there people here that haven't met Scungy before? Because I know we haven't got the hugest crowd here tonight due to that other stream, and no famous people on screen with us apart from us two. What was my show of hands for? Oh yeah, hey, if you're
Yeah.
new to people, and stuff. Oh, and also Cichlids Aquarium Keeper. I'm going to keep thinking on that. I do like fire mounts, but I'm going to think of some more appropriates for a 4-foot tank. Rivulatus is probably a good go-to. They don't get too big either. Zip Gun says he has not met you before. Very nice artwork. Indeed, we like it. Punchy Paints says she's new too.
Oh.
Brand new newbie, Pam. Indeed. What else you got?
No, but there's ones, but that might be hard to show if it goes see-through.
Oh,
Because they only had crappy papers.
it's very fine paper, isn't it? Yeah, the light adjustment seemed to help a bit, but yeah, it does kind of lose a bit with that paper. I find it like not being a visual artist in any way, shape, or form. Since knowing you, I've found it amazing how different paper makes such a difference
Such a difference.
for even what media you're using and its workability and stuff. Okay, Ugly Man. G'day, GRB. How are you, boys? Good. Yeah. Will you be able to hold that one up?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, my nose is going off again. I got lots of interesting comments a couple of weeks ago when my nose was doing things. People's noses were getting vicariously itchy from looking at my... I said I was going to do it off screen, and then I just did it anyway. Loopy Moopy. Oh, you dude's name and stuff. Robot Soul. Loopy Moopy. I'm assuming they're kind of namings. Oh, sorry, boy.
That's one of the things that I miss coming on and showing drones is because everybody comes up with different names and like has different thoughts about what the pictures are actually of and stuff. And it's really fun for me because lots of people want to ask me, yeah, well, what is it? What's it like? They just want to know more stuff about it. And all I have is like, that's what happened when I drew, and I don't have anything else to go with it. It's just what happened. But, you know, it's also seeing it through other people's eyes, which is fun.
I think I fixed it. Yeah, look out, mate. Okay, come up here. You want to come up here? No, you're getting too old to jump, I think. Are you too old for jumpings now? Oh, nice one, GRB. GRB dropping the links. The madman of the links. Gaffer. Did I check out Spreadshirt? I think I did. I think I did. I cannot actually confirm nor deny that though, Gaffer. I think I had a look, but I don't think I did any. I don't think I put any work on there. Sentendo. I don't know what that means, Tropico. Yeah, I thought we're having already an American-based and an Australian-based T-shirt shop. Potentially not worth it, but it could be worth it because they're Australian-based, aren't they? Spreadshirt? Didn't you use them for something? I can't remember who it was. They're on a few different t-shirt stores, and just keep moving it to different store when they can it for copyright.
No, my brother-in-law, I guess, has got a t-shirt printing business, I guess.
Has he is actually going ahead and he's
Yeah.
printing stuff? Well, that's good.
So what would be great would be to get some stuff printed by him and actually have stock and then be able to sell shirts like that. That's what I would like to do. Plus, I like the thought of being able to see them and see how they are instead of the third-party places where you just upload an image, but until you actually get it, you don't really have an idea of the quality.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of
I mean, those Redbubble shirts, they seem like really good quality shirts, but they're also quite thick and heavy, which is it's good for a winter t-shirt, but not necessarily for a summer
Sure.
t-shirt. Around
the ones that I ordered from Redbubble were like the soft one, which I don't know if it's available in a unisex or men's one because I think they were a ladies' shirt, but they're really good because they're a nice soft thinner.
That's actually a good point, because all three of those, the scungy artwork ones that we did first that we got, they're all on fairly light t-shirts, aren't they, compared to the Vader one?
I don't know. I haven't felt uncompared.
Mm.
I mean, I have worn the one you got for yourself out of those three, and it's definitely stiffer and heavier, but that also is because it's got the neck a lot higher, whereas the soft one's got kind of a loose
broader neck
without a big thick ribbing bit on
right.
it and stuff. And one of my Redbubble ones, the pictures started coming. They think that's because I put it in the dryer a lot of times.
A lot of times, yeah. I like.
It was
think-
a rainy summer.
I think the first 2 times I washed my Vader shirt and I needed to use the dryer, I hung the Vader shirt over there and did everything else in the dryer. But yeah, I think even after one time in the dryer, only on warm, not even on hot, I think the printing on it has sort of suffered a bit. But they do warn you, don't tumble dry. So
It's true. It's true.
my own fault.
But,
Luckily, I got a second one, even though I gave it to Abel. But yeah, he might be keeping it for posterity. I'll have to steal it back off him one day. Oh yeah, check out Chigs on SoundCloud. Tens of thousands of listens to one of Apart's songs now. It's going great. Joel G, how's it going? Where are we up to? This is probably the waftiest, nonsensiest that we've done for a while. But it's great to have you here.
Thanks.
Let's show another picture. Why does my nose get itchy as soon as I've done live?
I have that one.
This one?
If you like. Yeah. I don't think I'll put one up.
I mean, it's really nice, but I keep looking at it and I keep thinking, how am I going to present it to show its awesomeness off? Because it's like, it looks really good from a distance, but there's
No, you
also
need all
lots
the
of
little
nice detail.
details.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't know if I'd do something else to it still.
Yeah, right.
It was just in break. I decided to play with the ink on the paper.
Or we might hold off on that one. Oh no, fuck it. Let's bugger it. Sorry. I'll try and show this one. This is a potentially a work in progress, and it's on very, very glossy paper.
It's on Yupo paper. It's not. It's like plastic.
Is it?
Yeah. I can wash it clean and use it.
Oh,
again.
wow. Yeah, well, that would explain the glossiness, that it's plastic. What did you call it?
Yupo.
Yupo. You ever use that, Pam? If you're still here, Pam? Yupo paper.
It's
probably dangerous to ask Pam about paper, because then you guys would probably talk for an hour about paper.
Well, it's fun paper just to play on, because the colours all stay really vibrant, because you don't lose any of the pigment like soaking
Sure.
into the paper or anything.
Sorry, keep going.
So and because it's non-absorbent, so the way that stuff moves on it is just fun.
Fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Pam says she hasn't used that stuff. What
But
And
she does you don't use oils, Pam. Into oil painting.
is that a question or a statement?
I think that's true, but it's a question too.
Pam uses mostly handmade bark paper for most of my drawing. So Jess, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night.
My favourite is a handmade cotton rag, and that's the one that I love. That's what I want to do all my work on. But
That's
I
the
still like to
spirit,
play
Chico.
around. You know,
What did you call it? Yupo.
Yupo.
Yupo. What, like, top 5 media to use on that paper?
Oh, well, I like using Posca pens on it, and I like using watercolors on
What
it.
are the Posca pens? Those watercolor pens, or are they different?
No, they're like the paint pens, like you can.
Right.
You don't know them?
I probably do, but I'm just no artist. I don't remember all that stuff.
And yeah, I think that most people use like alcohol inks on it.
Is that so that alcohol evaporates and leaves the color behind? Or is it?
I suppose it's not something that I use, so I don't know.
Yeah, right. But you like the watercolors and inks that you have used because of their
No, I really liked using the watercolor on there.
because it just wafts around and
Yeah.
doesn't soak in.
Yeah.
Oh, careful, Derek. That could be cultural appropriation. I think he's suggesting that pasta goes with red wine. Got to be careful, mate. Be careful. The stamping people use it a lot also. I'm assuming Zip Gun's talking about that paper that I've already forgotten the name of again. Yupo. Yupo.
Or alcohol inks. I don't know.
What are the stamping people that he refers to? What are stamping people, Zip Gun? We're both confused. Yeah, Derek, be careful. I think I already did. I did the same level of cultural appropriation, so it's fun to have an ally when you're getting cancelled. So many flies. I haven't really seen many flies for the last week. I suppose it's been so wet. I've got this corner out in my paddock where the cows like to hang out because it's one of the only trees in their paddock. And they've just dug all of these massive hoof holes in the mud. And there's a bajillion bloodworms in the holes, but they're very difficult to harvest. Don't know why I brought that up. Probably just because I looked out at the mud and was remembering all of the rain that we've had. Zipgun says they use different inks, like alcohol inks and others, to make cards and prints. Righto. That's the stamping people. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose my older sister, she's she could be considered stamping people then, I guess, because she likes to do all the cards and cutouts. She makes some fantastic cards. They're the sort of those handmade cards are the sort of cards that you can almost justify hanging on to. On that note, though, does anyone have that drawer in their house that's like full of all their old birthday cards and Christmas cards and stuff? Is that you preparing for departs?
Yeah, got to.
Righto. Can I give you more of those apples? Do you want more of those apples? Righto, because what I'll do is I'll bring up the beast. I'll bring him out. Punchy Paint says she likes to stamp people. Is stamp the same as stomp? I'm sure it is. So Scungy's going to disappear. She's got to go and be at home for her. Hi there, the beast.
Hello. See you, Scungy.
Yeah, she's got to go and be at home when her kids get home from school. Fingers crossed if... Well, yeah, no, I'm not even going to put it in her court. I'm just going to make her come on the stream each week and start it off with me. And then we'll get into the, the dodgy, blokey, sci-fi chat. But now that Sarah's leaving, I've got to go and bag up some apples for her from Stanthorpe. And I'll let you, if you don't mind, Joshua, hold down the fort until I return.
No worries. Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
How's
Back in a tick.
everyone? It's good to be back. G'day, Punchy. Everyone else. GRB. Hey, what's up? So me and my wife, the lovely stretching Emma.
Oh, thanks.
We're getting ready for a 50th birthday party on Saturday. Yeah, Emma's 50th birthday. So lots of stuff's in action. We got a brand new back table. It's pretty sweet. And just getting ready for a big event. Got some DJs booked. Should be fun. And cannot wait to kick the party off. It's been so much hectic preparation to get it started. But yeah, and I got some lovely special beers for the party. See ya, 44 my guy. Our markets, GRB, we don't do markets, we wholesale straight to shops. But yeah, in our neck of the woods, we've been pretty much COVID free the whole time. So life continues as normal, which is pretty sweet. Last year was a bit locked down, but still got hugs in the street. My fishes are all very happy. I've got a colony of shrimp living with my majority of swordtails. Little babies, they're too small to eat them, and the big ones don't seem to be interested in munching the cherry shrimp, which is really cool. Yeah, my fishbowl is going well. Yeah, had a big die off. All majority of the adults, the big old ones, they all got spawned probably about I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, and their clocks ran out. So yeah, all the majority of the adults all just went belly up recently. So yeah, but unfortunately, my fish are in a bowl, not in a tank. So I'm a bit of a weird one like that. I use ceramics to maintain the microbiome, and it's outside, so a lot of atmospheric things like Daphnia eggs and stuff get in there, and the fish know what's up. Every evening, you can catch them at the surface, swimming around, munching the tiny little life forms that end up spawning in the tank. So, is anyone else out there vaping or smoking still? I'm yet to convince Dr. Black to give up the cigarettes. It's definitely. Oh, GRB, Emma's Instagram, Emerald_Goddess is Emma's Instagram. I can't jump out of. I'm using my phone, so I can't jump out, grab a link, and post it. Emma does cushions and tiles. If you're thinking of renovating a bathroom or a kitchen, yeah, we got some cool designs that we do. Yeah. And Emma also, our mainstay is silver jewelry, which she posts quite regularly. Yeah. Cheers, guys. Good to have you. Have I ever talked about these torches? I wonder. This is the Olight Warrior Mini. At the moment, it's pumping out about 500 lumens. And a lumen is a measure of. So that's 1 lumen. That's a measure of 1 full moonlight. But the cool thing with this is I can double tap and get 1600 lumens. Hey. Zip gun, am I doing some resin work? I'm still waiting to meet up with my contact to do the resin work. I've got all my mix-ins ready to go. I've got some pretty cool synthetic substances to add into the resin to make it pop. Haven't heard back from Joel and Corvus about where he got the black pigment from, because I'm dead keen to get that black 3.0, 2.0, whatever it is, Vanta black pigment to mix in with the resin as a base. Because when you put black underneath clarity and color, black is just an ultimate backdrop that lets stuff shine. Oh, geez. Feeling the pressure on my own. Where is Dr. Black? But yeah, the resin should come to fruition soon, and then I'll be able to show it off. I could go outside and we can have a look at the fishbowl. Let's go do that. Yeah. I got it. Oh, she's looking a bit green. Watch this, I'll flip the camera. Here we go, camera. Here we go. Look how green it is. Can you see the little tiddlers? Fair few bloody snails. Those are all my adults. Good colour. So I don't know if this green is unhealthy for the fish, but because it's outside, I just figure this is the way it is.
This is the way.
This
It's
is
not
the way.
unhealthy for them. They don't mind it.
Yeah. My mum had some goldfish in a pond in Canberra, and they were breeding quite happily, and it's totally milky.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Plus, it generally when you've got green water in a tank, you start getting your what do they call them? Scuds, and the little micro crustacea.
Yeah.
And the bugs and stuff that are really good food. So it's it's a great source of food for the food, as it were.
Yeah. That's what I figured. Where there's life, there is life, and
Exactly.
the bowl is happy.
So you haven't lost any more? Because I know a couple of weeks ago you were saying that you lost all your breeders and stuff.
Yeah, pretty much all of the adults, bar about 7 from 28, all carked it around this, in the space of 2 months. See you later, alligator. That's okay.
Yeah, mate. Might freshen up your gene pool.
Yeah. The bubs that spawned are all quite. There's a myriad of colours from the blue blacks to the oranges and the hybrids of the orange and the blues. It's pretty cool. I'm quite happy.
Well, I've still got one female of your swords in my tank inside.
Well, to
still
freshen
going
up the gene pool, get a male from the local pet shop.
Yeah. I think the last time I was in a pet shop and I was looking at the swords and I was thinking that I'd get, another female and a male, just to get them going again. But I'm still on the fence about where I want that tank to go.
Right.
Like if I want to put some smaller, like a school of smaller tetras or something in there than the swords, and might devour any babies and stuff that I have. I know the female sword that's left in there, she certainly makes quick work of the cherry shrimp babies.
Really? Okay.
I made the mistake. There was heaps of Java moss in that tank, and I probably 100 or more cherry shrimp in there, and I cleared out a whole bunch of the Java moss. And sometimes when you're pulling Java moss out, you pull a little bit more than you intended to. I think I took away too much habitat for the baby shrimp, and then the sword female could just go nuts. G'day, biggies. How are you, Mark?
Biggies.
But yeah, they seems to be the only tank where I've got red shrimp left. I've got a couple of buckets with some shrimp going. One was a bit of a surprise. It was another Java moss clean out.
Yep.
And I thought, I'll just put this Java moss in a bucket instead of chucking it away. And I was fiddling around in that bucket the other day. It only had like 2 inches of water in this mat of Java moss around the bottom of the bucket. So I'm super surprised at how even any shrimp survived in there. But there's shrimp in that bucket now as well. But unfortunately, they're like in my big bucket as well. They're all the colours bred out of them, so they've gone back to feral pale colours instead of bright reds.
Yep.
So I'm contemplating pulling the sword out of the tank inside so I can, boost my cherry shrimp population again.
Could be a wise move.
Oh, and that just reminded me that Scungy forgot to take some snails.
Oh, you need snails? I've got a population that's out of control. I think I murder about 30 a month, and they're still fucking.
What like just pond snails or ram's horn snails or what?
I've gotten rid of all the ram's horns. They're snails from the creek, so I think they're natives. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Cone-shaped shell. Yeah.
G'day, Leslie. Well done. Congratulations on your construction of a shelf. It's always, all those little steps along the way are brilliant and lucky. And Leslie's an awesome name. I've got one of them myself. What was I going to say? I said the thing about the snails. I'm all over the shop. I don't even know where my chin is. It's here.
It's hidden behind a beard.
Oh, that's right. Punchy mentioned the wind that she's just got. Did you experience any in that wild rain last night? Did you experience any severe wind?
Oh yeah.
Man,
it knocked down a palm frond that took out a big section of frangipani, and so I've got to replant that. That just means another clone of the trees. And while I was waiting to get on the stream, I took the huge fucking heavy frond and threw it in the rubbish pile. Yeah.
I might
hectic wind.
Yeah. Like I didn't hear anything last night. But I'm gonna try and join the stream on my mobile phone and take you all for a walk. Hang on. Visit this page and there, if I already have it. I've got to open it in Chrome apparently. I know this. I've done this before. Hopefully I don't get feedback. I don't know where my volume's at.
Here we go.
Mute. Enter. I've muted my microphone. All right. It's terrible how it won't let you completely mute that out. I thought StreamYard was fixing that. Anyhow, I'll pop me up here. You're just going to look at my roof for a second. Oh, turn it around. Shit. I think this is what stuffed me up last time was when I tried to rotate my camera.
Two screens.
There we go. That's more like it. Sorry about this. Should have planned it earlier. I'll do that. Sorry, showed you a terrible mess in the corner. I'm going to solo me. Oh, it's got me up that way. That's stupid. Anyway, I'll take you for a walk.
Ooh. There's some fallen action. Jeez.
Lol. I was talking. I had my microphone. Didn't hear a thing. Not a thing. And we've got this guy's come from up there somewhere. Stuff's come from off that one. And in through there's a big branch broken off. So this thing's come down and taken out a hell of a lot of crap. But luckily, I'm hoping, I'm going to have to get the chainsaw out tomorrow and start to pull stuff. But it doesn't look to be any damage to the roof, but there might be a couple of dents by the time I get in there and look. But yeah, that's this whole section up here of canopy was like full on. It's now a big space, but this was all big trees. So yeah, that's going to do some interesting stuff for the local wildlife.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed I can get rid of some possums now. Yeah. So yeah, that's good fun. Just what I wanted, another 2 days work.
Oh, the storms are always worthy, though. I saw some good pictures of someone took in Byron, some good photos. It was awesome. Beautiful,
What
big
happened?
pink. Just someone got some money shots of the lightning last night, and it was just ridiculous pink glow because of the lightning. Of course,
Yeah,
lights up differently depending on the gases that are around, and yeah, for some reason this lightning was pink last night.
Wow. Where did you see those pictures?
On the Byron Bay community page.
Sorry, I was just catching back up on the chat.
Mm.
Got to trust a husband, Leslie, to come in just when you're nearly finished.
Yeah.
And I bet he told you how you should have done it.
All the power to you, though. Getting it done without him. Fuck.
If I did it, I would have done this.
Yeah.
Etc. We're all the same. We do it.
Yeah.
Damn right he did. If it can blow down, it already has. Yeah, well, I thought those trees out there were strong as an ox. But I mean, I was shut up in my room with the aircon on last night. But you know, there's some good this size branches that are resting on the roof of that. We call it the lean-to because it leans on the end of the garage. I'm assuming it would have not only made a massive bang when it hit the roof. Oh, actually, now that I think of it, because you've got where the big ones come down, and it's taken a branch from beside it and a branch from here, as maybe it was a really slow drop hung up in the trees beside it. There's certainly a lot of wood out there that I'm going to have to clean out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Leslie, I suppose you got to weigh it up, you know. Would you rather be stubborn or would you rather be right all of the time? Up to you, I guess.
There's always two perspectives on a coin, on an issue, and the edge is where it's at.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't they offer that as a bet in 2 Up, though? Imagine if you could bet on the coin landing on its edge. Yeah.
Nah, it's not going to happen.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah. Or entropy makes sure that is not going to occur.
Bloody
Always
science.
fall over. Yeah. Saw a video last night of some idiot trying to demolish a brick wall, and he's leaning into it to push it, and he doesn't understand that whatever energy he's putting into the rock
Has to come back.
it has to come back. And of course, the most extreme point of the rocking motion, when he's put in enough energy into the rock, it came back on his head and collapsed all over him. It was like, you silly fella. You silly fella.
But he got up and walked away, did he? It wasn't one of those.
I didn't see the aftermath. I think the person stopped filming after their friend got covered in a pile of bricks.
Oh my God, you mean some humans actually put their phones down when some nasty shit happens?
Yeah. It'd be better if they kept filming, because, you know, we get a lot of these funny videos, but never the aftermath. And I suppose the aftermath is usually pretty shit, but, you know, that's reality.
I was listening to a podcast yesterday the Smartless podcast. I don't know if anyone's familiar with it. Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Sean from Will and Grace. Sean Hayes, is it? Yeah, Sean Hayes. And they had George Clooney on. And he was telling a story about a motorcycle accident that he had. And he was like, people were all super helpful and trying to help him out and stuff. And as soon as they realised it was George Clooney, they all got their phones out and started filming instead of, dialing whatever it is over there, 911.
Right. Oh, the price of celebrity.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of refreshing that people are willing to push the stop button when they realise that they're the last hope kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, GRB. I did hear about that. That got so much trash in the media about how much of a joke tossing the bat is. And that two times on the trot landed on its edge, and like you say, those edges on bats are pretty ridiculous. I mean, I've got one myself that's not very fancy, but it's certainly got the widest edge I've ever seen on a cricket bat. Not that I've ever seen. Widest edge I've ever had on a cricket bat of my own. It's massive. It's ridiculous.
Hey. So I got a special beer for the party. I'm gonna attempt to pour this big motherfucker, big 11%. Double raspberry ripple cheesecake nitro imperial thick shake IPA.
That sounds hideous.
Oh, it's delicious. That one last night smashed me.
Raspberry cheesecake.
Yeah, so this is a nitro beer. I've got to flip it, let it rest for 10 seconds, drop pour it, and watch. It's like a Guinness. So here we go.
What does drop pour it mean?
You open the can and you just invert the can over the vessel, and just let it just dump out. Unlike if you did that with a carbon dioxide beer, it would just all turn to froth and go everywhere, and the volume would be all over the shop. But with nitrous, because the bubbles are so small, nitrous oxide, it works. I can't hold the camera at the same time, so this isn't going to work. You're not going to get to see the action, but once I've drop poured it, I'll show off all the bubbles. Here we go. And I've had the glass in the freezer overnight to get it nice and cold.
Sensible. I remember back in the old days when I gave a fuck about beer too, I used to keep a few schooner glasses in the freezer.
Why not? And when you're dealing with a beer that's 3.8 standard drinks in a can, Jesus. These things cost about $15 Australian per can.
Wow.
Yeah.
That puts the wild boars to shame, doesn't it? These guys.
Well, those guys they're 15% though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's stronger.
I meant by price.
Oh, price-wise, yeah. Yeah, a lot of ingredient goes into these beers, but anyway, cheers.
Cheers indeed.
Fucking delicious.
I'll take your word for it.
It's sweet, but it's so damn tasty. Oh my goodness.
And where did you obtain this from? Just from the normal bottle-o in town?
Oh, hell no. Had to order it online from Botany in Sydney. And then they dropped it through a company called Sandal, which is shit, by the way. They're just managers of other courier companies. And then Sandal palmed it off to fast-way couriers, and they don't drop off to my house. So
They go to news
they-
agents or something, don't
the
they?
news agent, yeah. So the news agent is now my dealer for fine craft beer.
Gold.
So any underage drinkers out there, think about ordering your alcohol online.
No.
That's naughty. I shouldn't. I'm in trouble now.
was that?
Mm.
I thought I heard
someone that they're over the road. That's naughty.
Yeah,
Take that back.
take that back, Emma's. I'm getting in crikey
I
trouble.
thought I heard her fire up in the background.
Yeah.
Terrible advice, Joshua.
Yeah. Just grow a beard and get your alcohol direct. You know, that's the way to go.
Just wait your turn, kids.
Yeah.
Just like we all did.
I was getting booze when I was 14. Can you imagine?
I can, because you're a pretty hairy dude, so you probably had a full beard at 14.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and they didn't give a shit. They knew I was underage. They were like, you know what? You're having a good time. I'm not going to get in the way of that. Fucking roll on.
Yeah, well, whoever that was, they probably don't have a license to sell liquor anymore.
Oh, they all do. Even the one time I got caught, the cops turned up and they were like, you know, did he go through with it? Did he buy the alcohol? And they're like, no, we refused him service. And I'm like, well, no one's in trouble, are they? And the cops went, I guess not. No one's in trouble. Thank you very much. No fine for me. No fine for the publican. Just a non-sale. Easy as.
Why were the cops there if they'd refused your service? Did you refuse to leave?
No. That they did the cop calling. They just wanted me to be. They wanted to get them involved. Yeah, reprimanded. Yeah.
G'day, chubs.
Chubs. Chubby guppies, eh? Oh, I miss my guppies. Fucking kingfisher nailed. Nailed them. I had about 20 of the fuckers. That was so beautiful. But old mate kingfisher in a drought just couldn't get food anywhere else, and bowls outside and chomp. Beautiful azure kingfisher ate all my guppies.
Yeah, right. I wonder, is that what happened to all mine? Because I had hundreds out in my bathtub.
Yeah.
And there's certainly kingfishers around here.
Yeah.
And, you know, we get the herons and cranes as well. But
it would have been the kingfisher. He's a wily little bastard.
yeah, but I don't know. Do they? Oh, so what were yours in? Just like a tub or something?
In the bowl outside, before the side
same.
tails. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, intriguing. I've always been dumbfounded by how so many guppies disappeared in such a small period of time.
Oh, to be such a colourful bird, he's going to eat some colourful fish.
I suppose. Makes sense. Oh, there we go. Leslie says she's got a ton of guppies you can have.
Oh. I'm
And
on
they
it.
might get you on the shipping, though, unless Leslie's in Byron Bay.
Yeah. Poor fish travelling. I don't know about that.
But yeah, I'm guessing by the late night reference that Leslie is, in fact, in the US and a...
Yeah. I think customs would have a field day over some live fish.
Even the legitimate fish that you're allowed to bring into the country, I believe, have to go through a minimum of 4 weeks quarantine with an aqueous facility. GRB, feel free to drop your links for your songs. I'm gonna have to go and check them out. I've been so slack with my guitar. I can only when I was in Bentley Pascoe's stream very briefly. Who was it? Bottom Dwellers Aquatics. I must have told BDA that I was going to practice something and he asked me if I'd been practicing, but I can't remember whether I said I would practice guitar or something else that I would practice. Hello, Deborah Lewis. How are you?
G'day, Deborah.
But yeah, I did put in the chat, what am I supposed to be practicing? And I didn't see the answer. But I was also madly dashing around trying to prepare for a stream and comb my hair.
Oh, that's the way.
I friggin' hate shampooed hair. Shampoo just, I just go so fluffy and big.
Yeah, I got this shit called hair food from Garnier. That's just this thick, greasy macadamia-based goop, and just slather that in before I finish after the shampoo, and yeah, it heavies down the hair and oils it up, and that's what hair wants to be like, rather than being all stripped of its oils. You need good oil.
Well, that's what my thinking was, that from now on, when I shampoo my hair, I will fill it full of beard oil.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple of different beard oils. One's like more of a paste, but one's a definitely a liquid oil that I could just put through my hair.
Yeah, get it into the roots, man. Like, you don't want that crusty beard dandruff. You need to oil up your beard. It's really important.
Well, that was the only reason that I shampooed my hair, was because I haven't had dandruff for so long, and then all of a sudden, I'd scratch at my head here and there'd be a pile of snow falling around my face.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh God, I suppose I better wash my hair, because I only use an anti-dandruff shampoo. I don't go for any fancy nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm sure it got rid of the dandruff, but fluffed me up. But yeah, I'm contemplating using some of my beard treatments in my normal non-pubic hair.
Yeah, so I've been using that hair food on my beard too, and I noticed just this week around here somewhere, I've got a hair that's white tipped but black.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I'm like, am I rejuvenating? Well, this is awesome. I'm getting younger. I'm getting older. That's fucking sweet.
I had a when I lived in Brisbane, I had a friend who was also a Michael, and he was like, he suffered the same thing as me, which I like to call microdermal hypersensitivity. I don't know if it's a real thing, but that's how I defined it, where you can basically feel every tiny movement in your pores and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was a big one on your follicle mites.
Yep.
And he used, can't remember what he used to use. It was a product that was used in your garden to get rid of mites off plants, and he would put it through, his eyebrows and his eyes and beard and stuff, to get rid of eyelash mites and stuff, because he was like me. When I've got an eyelash mite moving from here to here, I feel every step that its 8 legs take.
Ugh.
It's a really interesting situation, but he had a theory. My point of telling that story was that he had a theory that grey hairs weren't actually hairs. They were piles of eyelash mite poo.
Oh, fuck off. That's fucked. Oh, don't tell me that. Oh, Jesus.
I think every time he did voice that theory, I think we giggled afterwards. I don't know how seriously attached he was to it. But it's funny, I was reminded of my old friend Michael, because I've been watching this television show on Stan called Get Shorty.
Mm-hmm.
maybe familiar with the book or the movie. Of
Yeah, I
Get
remember
Short.
the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, quite a cool TV show as well. But there's this dude in it who has a medical condition where he doesn't have any hair on his whole body, no eyebrows, eyelashes, anything. And when they show him, because he does this, like he puts a wig on and glues eyebrows onto his face before he goes into the office. And when he's completely bald, he reminds me of my friend Michael, because Michael used to also, because he was so fixated on his hair mites and stuff, he'd shave his eyebrows off, shave all of his facial hair off, all of his head hair off.
Wow.
Completely hairless dude like this one on TV. So I'm just explaining why my story about Michael and his eyelash mites was fresh in my mind.
Yeah, right. I watched a movie with wife a couple of days ago called Small Apartments. I think we caught that on either Netflix or Amazon Prime. But we'd had a bad run of Amazon. Yeah, it was on Amazon. Just these absolutely trash movies. It was just like three goes in a row where we'd watch 10 minutes of a movie and go, this is shit. This is so B grade. It's just like unwatchable trash. And we came across this movie with Johnny Knoxville and that chubby I think it's called alopecia, where you don't have eyebrows or hair. The chubby dude from Little Britain, and he was in there, and he was doing nasty things for his rent. Matt Lucas, that's it. Yeah, he was doing nasty things to pay his rent, and ended up in a quandary. And it turned out to be quite a good movie, as tragic as it was.
Do we know if Matt Lucas actually suffers from that, or was he just playing someone with alopecia? Because as far as
he suffers from it, yeah.
Yeah, because I can never
It's
really
a permanent
him with hair.
Yeah, it's a permanent condition. No eyebrows, no body hair, no nothing.
And apparently, I was listening to, crikey, here we go, another useless cultural reference, but I was listening to one of the history podcasts that I listened to, maybe Stuff You Missed in History Class.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was. And they were talking about fashion trends over the years, like what people do. They were mainly, old school stuff, not necessarily modern ones. But they were saying there was a certain period of time where a tall forehead was a very fashionable thing to have. So people would remove their eyebrows to make their forehead seem taller. But back in the day, they were using a combination of arsenic and something else as a hair remover.
Oh.
And so these people were using nasty chemicals to remove their eyebrows to make their forehead look bigger. But then because they're using arsenic, they get sicker and their skin is terrible and stuff. It's very interesting what humans go through to make themselves appealing to the other humans, as it were.
Yeah, that's some stupid shit. It's like that obsession with radioactivity when they first discovered uranium and other radioactive elements. They're like, oh, this shit will make you healthy. And it's like, yeah, fucking no, not really. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I was watching YouTube and came across a video about this guy who got these negative ion devices and shit you'd stick on the back of your phone to make it produce less radiation and all these pendants and all this other junk. And he got out what he called a life meter and put the life meter on top of these objects and read them, and ticking away they went crazy on these ion devices.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulled off the sticker of life meter, and sure enough, it's a Geiger counter. So these fucking idiots have been wearing these pendants and stickers on their phone that are radioactive, thinking they're making themselves healthy. And I thought, this pendant looks really familiar. I've seen one of these. And I posted it on the Mullen Bites local group and said, PSA, if you've got any of these things in your house or on your body, do something about it. And my old friend Tommy, he's made a guest appearance once, I think, on the stream when he popped over. He was wearing one, and I'm like, it's not dangerous unless it's been chipped. He said it's been bouncing around near a stone pendant, and it's chipped a few times. Oh, here we go. We've got a guest appearance. Hello. G'day.
G'day.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Cheers, man.
Happy days. Tell her Mark said 95.
95, easy as. Thank you. See ya. All right, we just got a delivery.
I really hope he doesn't watch that back because you didn't ask him for his permission to be on the television.
I never do. Why the fuck would you? You're getting immortalized on the internet. So we've got a wireless speaker underwater light show.
Wireless speaker underwater light show.
Light show, yeah.
So is that to float in your pond and it pumps
in my
music
pool.
out the top?
Yeah, in my pool.
Ah, gotcha, of course.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Good thing for the party on Saturday. Should be fun.
Oh, shit, that's right. This Saturday, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
GRB wants an unboxing of the floating light show.
Oh, look. Oh, it's Emma's thing. I shouldn't do it.
Oh, best not then. That's a federal offence to open other people's mail.
Yeah, I'll let Emma do it. Yeah. I'll make a
Um,
video of it and upload it. But I'm sure it's going to be shit.
Deborah Lewis says, I know this is going to sound weird, but you can rinse your hair with vinegar. Antifungal. After it dries, you won't smell like a pickle.
Mm.
Is that like you only do it if you've got mushrooms growing in your hair? I'm sure there's more benefits to vinegar in your hair than just antifungal. Because dandruff's not a fungus; it's just dried, dead skin, isn't it? Falling off.
Some people do get fungal infections in the dandruff.
Oh,
Yeah, because it acts like a medium, and there's spores everywhere. And
is
they
that
start
what
colonizing.
is that what cradle cap is in babies? Maybe when dandruff
so.
gets fungally infected.
Yeah, I think so.
So I reckon one of my sons suffers from that.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that down, Deborah. You could be a saviour for my young son and his dodgy hair. What did we say? Vinegar. Cradle cap. Because, yeah, that's every time he comes here and I cut his hair, and pretty much every time I've cut his hair in the last 12 months, he's had this really thick dandruffy stuff that reminds me of cradle cap from having small babies and stuff. And might looked into Google up the old cradle cap and vinegar.
So
Rainwater keeps your hair soft.
Rainwater keeps your hair soft. Yeah, well,
Is that what mine goes every? Oh no, hang on, I don't have rainwater in my shower.
You've got town water. You're a townie. You're a fucking townie.
I think what GRB is suggesting is that I should wash my hair in my fish tanks.
Oh yeah,
That's where my rainwater goes.
Yeah, I've got rainwater at home. It's pretty fucking good. It's alive. We had someone stay with us for a while with a caravan, and he complained our water's bio load was too strong and the filters kept gumming up within a week. And I'm like, you're using a fucking filter on live water. If there's any little microbe, it's just going to colonize the filter. The water isn't that loaded with shit. It's just that you're providing a perfect medium for biology to live and thrive in. and
Yeah.
he just didn't get it. Typical city person. Oh,
Yeah, it's funny how many of those city people come out here and they've got to survive on tank water, and then they invest thousands and thousands of dollars into UV filters and, you know, multiple carbon filters and stuff. And it's like, just let the stuff go in your body. It's probably good for your gut biome or something.
oh, for sure. I mean, if it's strong enough to survive the complex competition inside your gut flora, it's probably good for you.
That's good theory. I like it.
Yeah.
Aquamate. Today's episode of Dr. Black is proudly brought to you by Maybelline and Skipping Girl Vinegar. I'm a little bit confused about the last bit, but I like it. And I'm also going to go and do a wee and top my bev up.
All right. I'm guessing Skipping Girl is a brand of vinegar. We don't have that here. But yeah, vinegar is easily obtainable anywhere you go. Speaking of vinegar, I bought a $25 bottle of cherry beer a couple of weeks ago, and fuck me, it was rank. And talked to the bottle shop, and they said, we'll give you a store credit. I'm like, well, thank you. I haven't taken them up on their offer yet. I haven't gotten over there to Byron Bay, but fuck me, when beer or wine goes bad, it does taste like vinegar. Oh, okay. Aquamate's saying the Skipping Girl was in Melbourne too. Yeah, cherry beer can be a hit or miss. It was by Three Ravens Brewery based in Victoria. And very fancy bottle with some nice labels, but it was shocking. Fucking never doing that one again. I'll stick to my Belgian Creek cherry beers from now on.
Lol. I just had a message from one of the South Australian boys who was he asked me last night if I could send the weather down his way, but I said, as powerful as I am, I haven't mastered the art of weather manipulation yet, but apparently I have, because they had rain and stuff all night. Well done, South Australia.
Nice. I seem to drag it with me when I do my travels. If there's nice weather, like I wanted cool weather when I went to New England and stuff, and I got it. It was really nice. I sat in the park. I should have done a live stream, even though there'd been no people watching. I watched YouTube instead. But I sat in the park and in Armadale and drank 4 beers out of a 6-pack, and it was just beautiful with the cypress pines and the oak trees, and yeah, Australia on the coastline, we don't get all those nice big trees. It's sad.
It's been a long time since I've been to Armadale.
One of my old friends said he went out there for a rugby league game, and it was fucking snowing. I'm playing rugby league in the snow.
Yeah,
brutal as that.
I've seen some rugby league games played in the snow before. Not in person, on the television only.
Right.
But yeah, my sister went to university in Armadale. Crikey, when? In the 80s, maybe? The late 80s?
Yeah.
And yeah, that would have been the last time I went to Armadale, probably 1989. Something like that. Maybe even earlier, actually. Crikey. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Well, Pam says vinegar's not so good for your hair.
No, it strips too much, which then stimulates an overproduction in oil.
Of the
So,
other stuff. Mm.
Yeah. Your body goes into freak out mode and goes, oh, there's no fucking oil.
Damned if you
Grease
do,
up.
damned if you don't.
Exactly. So, as a temporary fixture, yes, stripping your hair of oils with vinegar might be a good idea, but make sure you apply a treatment of oil afterwards.
Good oil.
Coconut. Yeah, the good oils. Sorblene.
Oh, Someone else in the chat was attesting to coconut oil in the hair, weren't they?
Yeah, coconut oil is good, but when it goes rancid, it fucking stinks. It's horrible. So depending on the temperature and the denature factor, I had a girlfriend in high school who did ballroom dancing, and she would regularly bleach her hair to be blonde, even though she had brown hair. So she said, instead of using fucking conditioner, just get the Sorblene cream out and lather up. And it worked.
It's all the same stuff, really, isn't it?
Exactly. It's just triple the dose for half the price.
Just, vitamin E in big supply.
And that greasy.
Yeah, that's the problem with most of those lotions and stuff, is they're all just so stinky and greasy and gross. I mean, I got my beard oil. It's like, I'm normally not a sandalwood fan. It's got a bit of sandalwood in it, but there's something else in it that takes away the edge of that grotty sandalwood smell. And I've got this eucalyptus paste stuff, which smells pretty decent. But for the most part, all of those grotty hair treatments and stuff just stink.
I've got a vial of that I got from a esoteric shop about a decade ago of Mandrake Oil, and it's so woody and smells amazing. But apparently it's toxic as fuck because it's from the nightshade family, so you got to be careful with it.
Well,
Awesome.
Tomatoes and potatoes and nightshades as well, and capsicums, aren't they all nightshades?
Yeah, they're just edible ones.
They don't kill us.
Well, the Mandrake has a funny story. They used to.
It's got a root.
It's a root, yeah.
It's got the tuber as well, yeah.
Yeah, tuber, and they'd get cotton and plug up their ears because they were worried when the plant got ripped out of the ground, it would scream, and whoever heard the scream would die. So they'd get a dog and tie it to the plant, plug all their ears with cotton, and then go call the dog from a distance, and the dog would rip it out of the ground. They're like, that's superstitious about the old Mandrake.
Yeah, well, it's I mean, it even made it into Harry Potter, didn't it?
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Mystical ones.
Fucking Harry Potter ruined so much stuff. They just, if you try and like do some research of some really solid old world mysticism, you end up getting a Harry Potter link, and it's like, this is shit. It's like if someone B-graded Star Wars and you're trying to talk about or research something about Star Wars, and all you keep getting is hundreds of pages of shit that had nothing to do with the original subject. Yeah. Lucky that hasn't happened for everything, but the internet is very different compared to fucking 10 to 15 years ago.
Yeah, I think I've only seen 2 Harry Potter movies all the way through. Not my cup of tea.
Nah, it's a bit of bollocks. Oh. Well, what should I have? Another one of these crazy beers, or just go back to normal beers? What do you reckon?
I have no suggestion there.
All right. Fuck it. I'll have a bourbon.
Oh. When in Rome.
Drink a whiskey.
You could always, hang on, Bolivian Rams, they're South American, aren't they? You could do like massive amounts of them. Cichlids aquarium keeper. 4-foot tank, you'd maybe be able to house 3 pairs.
Oh, yeah. And cichlids.
But I had, festivums are nice too, GRB. And quite peaceful as well. Festivums would go nicely with fire mouths. I had a pair of Regulatus breeding in 4-foot for quite a long time. They were quite a productive pair. They're a very pretty fish. Green terrors, gold storms, white storms. G'day, yes. How are you, mate? Welcome.
Yes. So we've got some more Rollins, but they changed the fucking bottle.
I was going to say that looks like a different label and a bottle shape.
It is. They switched it up.
It's quite a tasty bourbon, though. I do enjoy that.
Yeah. Yeah. Went to get some whiskey the other day and saw the price and went, oh, yeah, it's a bit expensive. And then so I went for some rum and went to pay for the rum. And he's like, oh, you got $10 off your thing. Do you want to use it now? I'm like, if you've got $10 off, I'm going to get some whiskey.
I'm going to swap.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah, it has got a nice flavour, that Rollins, but it's it does tend to be overpriced.
It is overpriced.
I do believe as well that it is a Woolworths brand.
Right.
I may need to fact check myself on that, but I have a strange feeling that it is a Woolworths in-house brand for their BWS stores and Dan Murphy's.
They've got it at Dan Murphy's, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
Dan Murphy's is a Woolworths subsidiary.
Yeah. But it's fucking nice.
You can't use your rewards card there.
Yeah, I know. It's the only whiskey I've ever found that I can have a shot of and not go, hit me in the guts. Yeah.
Pardon me. Yeah, well, there's not many spirits like that, is there?
Mm.
Not doing the bourbon and Coke. Good choice. That's what I'm doing today.
Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. Fuck yeah. All Things Fish. Hello.
G'day, All Things Fish. How are you, Michael? Oh, Terry, we have a different Woolworths over here, Terry, to what you got in the States. Woolworths was a department store, I believe, wasn't it, in the States?
Yeah.
And down here it's just a supermarket, normal grocery store. Well, it looks like either the Seattle stream's finished or Mike's stream's finished, because we just had a whole bunch of people roll in.
Welcome.
Terry's back. Mrids is here. Backwards Fish Room is here. Sandy Doty's here. All the cool kids are rolling in. And yeah, where did I remember Backwards Fish Room from? Someone's stream the other day.
Hey, bottom dwellers. What's up? Bourbon and Coke.
BDA's here. So BDA can. I was mentioning before BDA about when you said in Bentley's stream about me practicing, and I couldn't remember what I told people I was practicing, but I guessed it was guitar. Oh, Paddy's here as well. G'day, Paddy. Dragon Lair. How's it going? Oh, that raises an interest. Oh, shit. I've done it again, though. I'm going to refer to another podcast that I listen to. I think it was Stuff You Should Know. One of my favorite podcasts. I love those guys. They're fantastic. They had one on today about dragons. Oh, g'day, Deborah. How are you? Hi and bye. Thanks for popping in and smashing that thumb. Yeah, they were saying that there's Paddy Shaddy's here too. They were saying that there's two main stories about the origin of dragons. And one of them comes from that our ancient ancestors were mainly afraid of three things: big cats, snakes, and eagles. So they conglomerated all of those fears into one beast. But what I was more intrigued by was that the idea of dragons came from bees. G'day, Priscilla.
Bees.
Yeah, bees.
Right.
G'day, Skipper. Because they fly
Yeah.
and they guard the gold.
Yeah.
And when they sting you, it feels like your skin's burning.
Yeah.
It's pretty loose, though, isn't it?
It is a bit loose. Look, I gotta wonder that there's a creature called a salamander. It's like a frog. It's an amphibian reptile. But there's stories about how it metamorphosizes when it's exposed to fire. And in our current PC world, we're not going to put a poor salamander in a fire just to see what happens. But these salamanders, when they undergo that process, become dragon-like and have extra properties. And it's funny because, you know, maybe the current salamanders that we have on this earth have lost that aspect. But knowing what the Aboriginals did with the biosphere as far as lighting fires regularly to keep the nature nice and stuff, you know, you're going to burn your forest to make it clean, and you can hunt in the forest. We didn't have roads. We didn't have mass clearing and all that shit. So you kind of got to wonder, is this salamander myth partially true?
Yeah, that's interesting. Paddy, yeah, they did refer to dinosaur bones as well, potentially confusing the people from the olden days. And they also had a story about, you know, the famous St. George who slayed the dragon.
Yeah.
That was a very, very interesting story about his dragon, which apparently was a crocodile.
Right.
But it was a really interesting episode of Stuff You Should Know if people are interested. It's a fantastic podcast. And when the two hosts, Josh and Chuck, when Josh makes Chuck giggle, it makes my heart sing. He's got such a cute giggle for a boy. I think I've told you that before, Beast, about his giggle, that I found it cute, and you weren't that impressed that I found a man's giggle cute.
Yeah, I'm not down with that homo shit. It's
Cancelled.
okay. Cancelled. I've got a brother-in-law who's gay, and he's an all right guy. But, you know, after meeting all of his gay friends, I've pretty much understood. You know, you read the room, you understand stuff. And unfortunately, one of his gay friends had a boyfriend who was his gay friend, and he rocked up at a party once, and all my other mates who'd grown up around here said, I know that guy. He used to play football and he was really rough. And, you know, knowing that he's flagrante out in the open homosexual, no worries, you know, all power to him. But the way he played football was quite abusive. Very abusive, very grabby, and he was getting turned on by the tackle. It was rough. Oh my God.
One could only imagine that he'd be quite fun in the bedroom then.
If you're into that shit, yes. Yeah.
But yes, speaking of the bees as well, I have no idea why, but bees in numbers are visiting my bird baths every day. And my bird baths are also where I harvest a lot of free fish food, i.e. bloodworms and mosquito wrigglers. And the other day I was out there, and obviously to harvest them, I empty the bird baths through one of my fish nets. And I'm doing it the other day with 100 bees there. And I was like, just be cool, just chill. And of course, they're all cool while I'm emptying. And then when I'm refilling and I'm spraying water and all the bees are popping up and flying around my head. But I just kept my cool and I didn't get stung by one bee. I did feel a bug fly past my ear and land on my shoulder. And I sort of did a real slow, and it was a march fly, so gone into the fish tank. More free food.
Nice.
Yeah. Not one sting. I think bees are pretty reluctant to sting because they know what's going to happen if they do.
Yeah, they're smart. They're fucking smart.
So yeah, it's good getting free food. Unfortunately, I gave up on trying. See what you did there, BDA. Good quality jokes. Yeah, I tried to go out to my hoof holes and harvest some bloodworms, but bloodworms are so much more difficult to harvest than wrigglers because they grab on. So as soon as they know something's there, they go to the bottom and they hold on to the bottom. So my turkey baster wasn't sucking them up off the ground.
Oh, I've seen some weird shit on our travels. Once we were in Victoria selling to a crystal shop, and next door to them was a florist, and the gutters outside the florist were laden with water in the gullies and stuff of the old guttering. And I was having a cigarette at the time, and I thought, fucking, I'm going to check out this microbiome and have a look at it. And there's these white worms that would reach out, grab something that I couldn't see, and then go shrink down. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this gutter? Where are these flowers coming from? They just keep dumping the water that they get delivered into this gutter to get rid of it. And I'm like, do I call Biosecurity Australia, like the customs guys, to check it out? Because whatever these fuckers were, they weren't, they were very active. They were very alive. The fish would probably love them.
You didn't end up finding out what they were?
No, I had no idea, no clue. Pre-smartphone days, so I couldn't get a good video of it. But man, that shit was weird.
And were they coming out of the ground or out of salt water or sand or fresh water or what?
A crack in the guttering, and it was fresh water.
Intriguing.
Ooh.
Oh, opened a can of worms with bees, didn't we? So if you're allergic to bees, is it the same venom in wasps as well, BDA? I've had this just up here in my roof, a paper wasp nest this big. It's like it turned up like that. I hadn't noticed it, and then all of a sudden there's 100 paper wasps there.
Oh.
My general theory with those guys is an aerosol can and a cigarette lighter.
Yep.
Because if you just use fly spray or insect spray, whatever you want to call it, they've still got time to fly at you, and they generally do. As soon as you disturb a paper wasp's nest, they come at you like a fury. So the best thing to do is use fire and burn their wings and kill them at the same time. G'day, Nickum. So different venom, but similar. So the allergy would be affected in a similar way, I'm assuming, is what we're coming to there. But yeah, I find paper wasps, any wasp or hornet that I've been stung by, and I've been stung by a few, yeah, they sting like mad for about 5 minutes, but then they just get super itchy. I find the itch is the worst part more than the pain from the sting. But yeah, S agrees. Paper fire is the best solution. Only problem is they've built in the corner of some timber formwork for the roof, and there's a wire. I think their nest might actually be hanging off a wire that comes from a solar panel for a light, so I might end up burning that. But yeah, they've got to go because they're in a fairly important part of the thoroughfare. People walk through there quite frequently.
Sometimes the house has to go. Burn it all.
What was that? Oh, sometimes the house has to go. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And there's like out above where I've got my bathtub pond, all the way along the garage, I don't know what you call it, a piece of wood that forms part of the roof. There's all these other ones, but their nest is not, it's not like a paper wasp's nest. It's more like honeycomb, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to look into them more, but they've got to go too. There's thousands of them, and they just keep brewing more.
Bottom dwellers is on a point. Epipens. I know they're expensive in America, but in Australia you can get them on the PBS. And
Oh, do you?
yeah, we should. I should definitely invest in getting an EpiPen just to have. I don't know how long they last for, but having one on in the house. So I do vape some peanut vape juice, and if suddenly someone who doesn't have a diagnosis of having a peanut allergy cops a whiff of my peanut vape juice and goes into anaphylactic shock, that's a bit rude.
Do you have a peanut allergy, or are you saying just in case someone else takes
Just
your
in case. Yeah, my peanuts, not my penis. Yes.
Yeah, well, Sarah's got the mammalian meat allergy.
Oh, from the ticks?
Yeah.
Fuck. That'd ruin my steak life.
I've often suggested that she has an EpiPen so that we can, have a steak dinner now and then. But yeah, expense has been the main thing. And you go and spend I think they're about $80 or $90 last time I looked for an EpiPen.
Yeah.
And the shelf life is 6 to 12 months. It's not very long at all.
That's shocking.
I had absolutely no idea they were on the PBS.
Yeah, if you've got an approved allergy, you can talk to your doctor and then get a script under the healthcare system. So
yeah,
what's drastically cheap?
$5 instead of $80.
Exactly. Yeah, Sarah can get one. Maybe, I don't know. It's not life threatening. It's just uncomfortable.
Thirsty's back. G'day, Thirsty.
Rabbit's back.
Yeah, well, my mum has an auntie who also has the MMA, the mammalian meat allergy, and she's been of the school of thought lately where she's been doing little bits. G'day, Chevy. I mean Chevy.
Chevy.
And DKF, Daniel son, how are you, brother? Oh, that's just what Beast has told us, Thirsty, that the EpiPen, you can get it on the PBS. But you said that you've probably got to have a doctor's note saying you've got an official allergy. Why you need. But yeah, apart from the PBS, the last time I looked, I think they were like $86 for an EpiPen with a 6 shelf life.
All the doctors, all the GPs are linked into a computer system now, so they just need to punch in their notes and the machine gives them authorization and they can write a script. We've had a technological revolution in our medicinal system in the last couple of years.
But yeah, my mum's auntie has been doing the thing where she just does little bits of meat just to trigger that immuno response.
Yeah.
And apparently she's having pretty good success with it.
Reintroducing it.
Yeah. And just getting the body used to it, getting the body to produce appropriate immune responses instead of crazy ones.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe all those people allergic to bees just need to go and get stung more often.
Yeah, I've heard people with MS, multiple sclerosis, and what was the other one? It was some other debilitating disease. If they, you can get bees that are attached to a clip and just get stung all up your spine, you can overcome the debilitating effects of your disease. Pretty fucking fancy.
Yeah, oh, that's a good angle. I like that. Yeah, bee venom is being touted for a fair few things, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wonderful stuff.
I hope it's one of those things that they can chemically synthesize, I guess is the right word.
No, it's not going to happen. It's like synthetic honey. You don't want synthetic honey. That stuff's just rubbish. Synthetic bee venom, it's not going to do the job. You want to, and also the fact that the bee loses its life to do this thing.
Yeah, well, that's kind of where I was going at, because to harvest bee venom, surely that means that you're murdering multiple bees.
Yeah,
and we've already got problems with enough bees on the planet
dying. Yeah, I gave my dad, who's an apiarist, he's got his own beehive in South Australia in Coromandel Valley. Gave him this little attachment that you put over your phone camera, and it gives you 30 times zoom, and then you can use digital zoom to widen the field and get even more zoom. But he had a few bees that died when he was harvesting some honey, and he got the stinger section from the dead bee and put them on a petri dish without any medium, and then used a 30 times microscope to video the stingers. And they, as soon as they're dislodged, the nerve gets dislodged from the body of the bee, the stinging contraption just fucking goes off. Hammer, 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 pump, pump, pump. And it was awesome footage because, like, my dad's a professor and he's never seen this shit in his life. But giving him the equipment to videotape microscopy, he got some really good video.
Whoops. Oh, that Dragonland. Now, there's something that certainly has piqued my interest recently about the cone shells. Cone snail, if you like, but I'm pretty sure they're called cone shells, with their incredibly toxic venom. I think any animal with brutally toxic venom should be studied, and they should find out, because that venom has a nasty use, but I reckon at least 11 times out of 13 you're going to find some advantageous asset within the chemical compounds of said venoms. Oh, Mickham, you had the COVID. Oh, in April last year. You're
Infected.
a pioneer. Pioneer,
man.
mate.
Keep your spirits up, Mickham. Jesus. I've heard of people losing that sense of taste and smell, and it really hammers your brain chemistry from not having that stimulation anymore. So chin up, sunshine, and fucking keep at it. You know, I hope it comes back. But if it doesn't, look after yourself.
I think wasn't only Dr. Drew, if people are familiar with him, but Tom and Christina from your mum's house, all three of them had the COVID, and all three of them have vocalized about the effects on their taste as well, and they're all saying that it comes back. But Mickham, April last year, that's like almost a year of no taste. Surely it's got to come back, or you're a medical anomaly.
Nominally. That's nominally accurate.
And BDA coming through with some prices on the Epipens.
Yeah.
$670 for two of them.
Jesus. That's fucked when it's a necessary requirement for people with allergies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, America has sort of paved the way for paying for everything medical and making it real big business.
Yeah, look, I don't know if you're familiar with the Hippocratic Oath, but basically...
I know the first bit is do no harm.
Do no harm, yeah. Do no harm is the core tenet. The second tenet is do not teach anyone outside of your own culture, which is very racist. So that's why they probably dropped that. A following part of it is if your family member has someone who practiced medicine, don't charge them to teach them. So my mother being involved with the medical industry, I should get medical training for free if they followed the oath. And don't make money out of it. It shouldn't be a business ever. Like, never run it as a business. You're not in it for making profit.
Are they referring to anything medical, basically?
Everything medical should never be profit-based, yeah. So no investors.
Sarah's got a great story. When she was sitting in an emergency room or a hospital room waiting to be seen by a doctor with one of her kids, and she was overhearing a female doctor, talking to some nurses, and this doctor was complaining to the nurses that the government was restricting how many hours she can work in one day. Excuse me one sec. And this female doctor was saying, I can only earn $5,000 a day now. I cannot earn any more than that. They will not let me. And she's talking to nurses too, saying this stuff. It's like, isn't that going to piss the nurses off, let alone anyone else within earshot?
That's rubbish.
I'm so sorry, lady, that you can only earn $4,999 a day. Far out.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have quit med school.
Oh, the worst one is dentistry. It's highly commercialized, and devices and techniques and products.
Dentistry. Most lies anyway.
Yeah, it's fucked. Like the people will who practice it don't adopt new technology for 20 years after it's become widely available, and they're fucking idiots. They really are stupid because they're stuck in an industry where you got to go to a seminar to get a conference to get the wisdom refreshed, and they don't do it enough. So we're stuck with shitty technology like regrowing teeth. What's that?
That's the
EpiPen price.
price of EpiPens in Australia. $80 outright, $5.60 on the PBS.
Yeah, nice.
So I really feel for those people who pay $600 odd for a 2-pack over there in the States. That's a lot of money. But then again, it's going to save your life, and the government seems to know that.
Yeah. Pain. Oh, never has changed, probably never will. You know what? There's going to be a job that's going to pay more that's never happened before. And once that job becomes legally available, a lot of these money-grubbing medicos are going to go, well, fuck practicing medicine to heal problems. I'm going to jump ship and enhance people's lifestyles. And I'll put a bet down. I'll say, Michael, I'll bet you $50 in the next 10 years, we're going to have talk about recreational pharmacologists.
Recreational pharmacologists.
That's right.
Yeah, I will not be able to bet against you on that because I think you're 100% accurate. And I potentially also believe that it won't be 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
See you, BDA. Thanks for hanging out.
See ya. But yeah, we need some legal drug dealers. It's pure and simple. If we can do it, everyone else can.
No, it's not backwards fish room. It's not synthetic insulin. It's synthetic adrenaline. Different hormone.
Adrenaline.
Zip gun also stepping out. I can't understand. Can you work out what the asterisks mean?
Weed out.
Oh, yeah, out of weed. Out of weed, BDA?
Oh.
Need some more? No? 3 asterisks doesn't mean that.
No, get some.
Marfans. What's Marfans, Paddy? Oh, you're right. Sorry, backwards fish room. It is very difficult normally because we jump around from topic to topic. So that's what you have to pay for your stuff. Yeah, I have a friend, Brett. You've probably seen him on this stream before. He's a diabetic as well and has to punch the synthetic insulin into his body as well daily. Twice a day, I think he has to do. I always get excited when I see a diabetic shooting up their insulin. Like, whoa, it's about to get real.
You're on the good stuff. No.
It's like, no, it's just, everything's just normal.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see Paddy's chat either. Maybe Paddy's not actually chatting. Yes.
Yeah, Americans, you shouldn't be making money out of people's sickness. That's just dark.
So dark.
So wrong. Yeah.
I mean, there's the other side of that angle as well. That I assume that some people could say that the planet's overpopulated, so potentially the American medical system could be helping us with overpopulation and stuff. Oi. Z-Beast just exploded, I think. Potential spontaneous combustion, people. Be careful. It can happen to anyone. Used to be a goal of mine, actually. I wanted to die by spontaneously combusting, but unfortunately, it's in the title. Spontaneous. You can't predict it. Ah, yeah, right. S. Yeah. S, put your bloody ears on properly, mate. There's Paddy, then there's Paddy. Can't you hear the difference? Far out. Might I recommend some Swispers from your local Woolworths store? Don't do it every day. Don't do it every day. That earwax is handy, but when it's blocking your hearing and making you say strange things, clean that shit out. Yeah, DKF. Traumatic at first, I'm sure, but crikey, those young ones can bounce back. They can bounce back like a fury, can't they? Yeah. I hear you, BDA. There's we've got a lot of stuff, definitely that I'm exposed to right now as well, with companies that are taking on those kind of jobs, and they really take a little bit of leeway, extensive leeway and stuff. Did you explode, mate?
Apparently my phone has been dialing people while I've been midstream.
That's a new one.
Yeah, so a friend of mine just messenger audioed me and said my phone's pocket dialed him like 6 times in the last hour, saying I wanted to call him, and I'm like, nope, wasn't me. What's going on? But anyway, yeah, fuck the internets. And
there's
parallel.
a ghost.
Oh, it's fucking parallel realities merging. There's a version of me in trouble. It's been dialing him, and I'm totally fine. Fuck. What do you do? What do you do? I don't know if anyone else is familiar with parallel realities, but I'm of the idea that we're in Earth Prime, and we are eating up all the other dimensions to make ours better. Yes, swallowing them wholesale, making an aligned universe.
What did you say then? Making an aligned universe.
That's right, yeah. Getting the best versions of everyone, collecting them into our reality, so nothing else remains.
I think if the Marvel cinematic universe has given us one thing, it's a healthy appreciation of a multiverse and what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's Spider-Man into the Spideyverse. I'm sickened to my stomach still that it's $6 to rent on Amazon Prime. I really want to see that.
Yeah.
But I can't justify $6 for Spider-Man, nor $35 was it for there's movies releasing
on Foxtel, $30 to get Wonder Woman 1984. Ridiculous. S is into the 9 realms theory. Fucking oath, the world tree is a reality. We're all a part of Yggdrasil, and Midgard rules. This is the melting pot of all different stuff. We've got to return back to our old ways about respecting dimensionality, and our planet or our realm is pretty due for an update on the whole interconnected system we all live in.
Well, time will tell. I do like your logic, Deborah. That thankfully I have pushed aside my desire to be finished by spontaneous combustion. But yeah, you're absolutely right. If I keep expelling my gases, how am I going to combust?
You just gotta fart. That's what South Park says.
Oh, I did the best one when I woke up this morning. I was a little bit concerned.
With a brown note.
That I might shit the bed, but I let it go, and it was so loud and so long. You know when you get those perfect farts that are just so satisfying?
Yeah.
It sets you up for a good day.
Oh, a good day of action.
Dragon Lair, that is in fact... I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's an Australian crow. I do get Australian ravens here as well, but I'm pretty sure that's a crow. They make the same noise, but they look a little bit different, and they're a little bit of a different size as well. Ravens, in my mind, are much prettier.
We get ravens here. They've got a nice iridescence and a different eye colour.
Yeah, the ravens have a blue eye and the crows have a yellow eye. And the ravens have a nice wattle around their throat as well.
Yes, yes. We had a priestess, a nun, when I was in Catholic primary school from years 1 to 4. And she rescued a crow, and she had it on her shoulder every day in the park duties to look after the kids. And this crow picked up words and would talk.
Oh, wow.
Fucking wild, man.
No, they're black, all black, Dragon Lair. Your crows that you have in the US&A, I believe, are actually our crows. I may need again. I think it's about the 17th or 19th time that I've called for a fact check this episode.
Thirsty Rabbit's totally onto it. Vikings are watching you. Yes. Odin's realm covers the entirety of Midgard. There is no escape. You are under his rule.
That's the whole reason that I do my stream on Wednesday.
Woden's Day.
Odin's Day.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that Wednesday is named after Odin, right?
They should, and they do now. Who's watching anyway?
Bloody at least 19 people know now.
Yeah. Woden's Day.
You're right in your original prediction, Dragon Lair, that you thought it was a magpie. Our magpies are black and white, but it is a crow making that noise, and they are perfectly, beautifully jet black, beautiful birds. And so many people find them so annoying with their noises. I just love a crow's voice or a raven's voice. Roven's voice. I like a roven's voice too. I just got to learn what a roven is. When I know, I'll tell you all. But yeah, we get all sorts around here.
Did you end up watching American Gods?
Yep.
Yeah,
I think
was good.
I got up to date maybe over the weekend, but I think there's been a new episode since then.
You saw Marilyn Manson.
Yep. Yeah, he's been in a few episodes now.
Yeah, he arced up in the pub and got a bit wild, and Wednesday fucking sent
Was
him
that the
packing.
last episode?
Yeah, he sent him packing, and then ended up in a hospital, ranting and raving because he got blown up and survived. Yes.
It was all just a ruse.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
well, if
we've got to
if-
understand Woden's going to have a lot of sons.
you what?
Woden has many sons.
Oh, yeah. As if you wouldn't with that kind of power.
Yeah.
Big Tank Hank. What's up, mate?
Yeah.
But if people who were here didn't see last week, I think it was last weekend, wasn't it, Hank? I did Big Tank Hank's live stream chat. Been in the works for like 4 months, and we finally got it sorted. It was good fun. Last time I looked too, there was no thumbs down on that video, and that's really, really that's quite an achievement on YouTube nowadays. Big Tank Hank.
No thumbs down. Why would anyone give you a thumbs down?
No dislikes. Well, I thought with me being on Big Tank Hank's live stream that at least one of my dislikers would follow me along and throw a thumbs down, but didn't happen. But yeah, if you're talking about Hank's stream, get on it. You know, takes him a while to get his shit together, doesn't it, Hank? Hey? No, we were scheduled. We had a date, and we locked it in. And on that, he's going another one of those bloody sweet ones, raspberry ripple or whatever it was. We were all ready to go, and a couple of hours before time to go on Big Tank Hank's, the internet went down on the entire east coast of Australia. So we had to reschedule and start again, and we did, and it was a good stream. We had fun. And the main thing that I got out of it was learning that Big Tank Hank is definitely based on Big Bank Hank from the Sugar Hill Gang, the rappers from back in the day.
Sugar Hill Gang.
I think magpies are everywhere now. Magpies are on all continents except Antarctica. Don't quote me on that. 27th time for a fact check.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Paddy's back. Paddy's snuck in again.
Hello.
Paddy doing the old in and out. We don't mind a bit of the old in and out, Paddy. In, out, in, out.
Fall for the dance floor. Thirsty Rabbit. Oh, the dance floor. The D floor is going to go off on Saturday. I've got 2 DJs booked. It's going to be fun. It's been good fun.
When's that? Saturday. This Saturday coming.
Yeah.
I know. I'm certainly like I'm supposed to be doing a lunch here on Saturday with some relatives and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've tried to encourage Sarah to come along to that. So potentially, if she ends up coming along to that, then we may be able to mosey on down to your joint.
Oh, fuck yeah. Kicks off at 6 p.m. and probably we'll still be partying into the next day. So, yeah, pick your time.
That's the spirit.
Pool's clean. Come have a swim. Just wear blue or green.
Blue or green?
Yeah, Emma's trying to do a costume party, even though 4 people have said yes to it. So she's going to dress me up like this fish scale armored Poseidon, Lord of the Seas. I've got my trident. It's pretty cool, but the fuckers made the scale chest piece, and they made it sideways rather than from top down. So I'm really pissed off. So I said to Emma,
rebuild.
yeah, it needs a rebuild. I said to her, I'm happy to wear it for 2 hours, and that's all she's going to get out of me in this $100 costume. Yeah, I'm not wearing that shit for longer than 2 hours. No.
I seriously don't think I have anything blue or green in my entire wardrobe except for some underpants.
Oh, well, Captain Underpants it is.
Blue boxes. I might just have blue boxes. Maybe I'll put some feelers out, see if I can find some green nipple tassels and just do blue boxes, nipple tassels.
Oh, jeez.
Surely there's got to be some burlesque dancers around here with some green tassels to spare.
Yeah. I've got some mushrooms. Yes. They're going to be good.
Oh, I thought you were saying I should potentially wear mushrooms as nipple tassels.
Oh, no. But if you can find some more shrooms, definitely bring them along.
Well, considering that apart from the section in the back paddock that I whippersnippered the other day, apart from that, the whole paddock is like 1 meter tall grass. Not exactly the best environment conducive to mushroom growth.
No, not really.
I've got to go and do a wee. I'll be back in a sec.
All right.
Wrestle a crocodile. You know
I'm going to read some comments.
Right.
In the spring, we have helmets with zip ties sticking out of them and sunglasses on both the front and back of the head. Yes, those magpies, if they don't like you, they will fucking peck you. And if they like you, they feed shitty food to their kids, and the kids don't fly very well. It's a tenuous situation. Who's fucking the chicken? Who the hell goes on down under? I don't understand that. But anyway, it sounds funny. Yeah. Go Patty. Patty. Can anyone read Japanese? What the fuck does this say? I'm imagining it says Shenrong, but yeah. Fuck. I'm not a Japanese reader. I just wear the shit. So, it's good to live in Australia. I feel sorry for you Americans. I hope things will get better for you in times coming true in the future. Welcome back, Dr. Black. I was digressing into some dumb shit. I need you for keeping me level.
What did I miss? Oh, GRB, I said I was going to do a wee. How is that suspicious?
Oh, yes, ass. I watch a fair bit of adult cartoons. I love that. I love it.
Oh, was it S that asked me about WandaVision before?
Maybe.
Choking the chicken. Crikey.
Oh, Dr. Black, were you just choking the chicken?
Well, interesting. Paddy's asking who's effing the chicken. What the hell goes on here? Yeah, I don't know if those bike helmets with zip ties actually work. I think the only sound defense to stop a magpie swooping is to feed it, because they have a impressive memory for faces. They remember the people that are good to them, and they will never swoop someone who's been nice to them. And the only real way you can be nice to a magpie is give it some minced meat or some worms or something. But yeah, apparently they've got quite the memory for faces, 150 to 200 faces they can remember.
Yeah, I read a cool article on a little baby girl in Melbourne that in an urban environment befriended some magpies, or it could have been crows. I might be mixed up, but the crows would bring tributes to the girl, and the girl, being a baby, would like half eat a crusket and then feed the rest of it to the bird.
I read that story as well. It's quite impressive, the things that the birds were bringing to her in exchange for the foods.
Yeah, the girl got like diamond earrings and shit brought to her. Just
and didn't they?
tidbits.
Some of the stuff that the birds were bringing the girl were that specific that the parents made an effort to get the stuff back to the rightful owners of these things.
Right. Yeah. Are you missing a diamond earring? This got brought to us, But I think people took advantage. It wasn't all smooth sailing.
Certainly,
the treasures were there.
Yeah.
For the taking, and the birds brought it to the girl, and the girl was chosen by the Lord of Crows, and she was just abundant gifts just dumped in her lap.
I mean, realistically, it highlights the intelligence of that bird family, that they understand that there's a value in exchange, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That they're not just there solely to gain for themselves. They understand that they can gain better if there's an exchange in place.
Yes, the reciprocation.
Super smart birds.
Yeah. GRB has a group of teenage magpies visit his front yard, feeding on the ground and for worms. Not too scared of humans, but don't like me moving. Yeah, well, look, man, if you give them stuff, they'll bring stuff to you, and that's what's really cool. Like bowerbirds, but they're tempting humans into feeding them.
Yeah, bowerbirds are pretty impressive. Yeah, we just do the we get the cheapest mince at the supermarket, minced beef. The birds love it. They go crazy for it. That's all you got to do, GRB. Just start giving them that stuff. They'll be sitting on your shoulder and eating out of your hand in no time. Aquamate, did you want to I'll just shoot Aquamate a link so he can come up here and promote his premiere that's coming up in approximately 34 minutes. Roughly. If I can find a link to share. There's one. Starts with J, ends in Osh. I think I sent it. Anyway, it's there, Aquamate, if you want to pop up and tell us what's going on.
Nice one, Dragon.
In your whatsy majigga, what do you call it? Premiere?
No.
Oh, DKF, I've just remembered you had how's your frozen water situation going? I think that even made the news down here. I don't know if it was exactly your area where the reservoir froze up and no one could get any water. But hopefully your water's flowing again. But yeah, very impressive that it made it onto our local news channels down here. Not only the national news channels, but the local ones. We're talking about the frozen water in Scotland's reservoirs.
Listen to Underworld. Classic song, Res. You'll enjoy it. Trust me. Res by Underworld.
Underworld. They did We Dance Underneath the Radar. Was that them as well?
Yes, that was them back in the 80s or 90s. But they reformulated themselves into being just awesome. With Scatman lyrics and nice beats and nice synth sounds. But Underneath the Radar was, the original song from that old band.
That was the one that bought them all houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thirsty. I'm not sure if the mince is effective once they've decided that they're attacking you. I think you've got to put in the groundwork beforehand. Because I'm not sure if a fierce magpie mid swoop is going to go, oh, there's half a feed. I'll stop.
You could wear a meat helmet.
Oh,
that might work.
Why haven't they thought of that?
The meat helmet.
Don't waste $2 on a packet of cable ties to put in your bike helmet. Go and spend $10 on half a kilo of mince and slap it all over your helmet. That'd work.
Be a meat helmet person, yeah. All this ridiculousness. Oh my God. Oh, I'm on drugs. It's alcohol. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Got to remember that. Sorry, I was recapping my notes. My notes have been terrible from today's show, but one of them I particularly want to follow up on after the show. Because when I play music through the StreamYard video sharing, it plays things really fast. Like it starts them fast and then it slows down.
Time dilation.
Let me see if it does it again.
Yeah, it's broken. Fix it. It's pretty trippy.
Oi!
Yeah, of course, when I wanted it to fault, it played perfectly. But yeah, I'm gonna have to watch the replay because when I don't know if you still use StreamYard, Aquamate.
I do. I stupidly still pay for it.
Oh yeah, right. Well, yours might be different then. But this new share video thing that you can do on the free one, every video that I play, when you first play it, it starts quite quickly, like a really ramped up pace, and then it sort of slows into where it's supposed to be. And I'm not sure if that comes across in the broadcast or not. So I'll just.
Oh, so you didn't edit that yourself?
What do you mean?
Because it was definitely like it was almost like double speed, and then it slowed right down to normal.
Yeah. So you heard that?
Yeah.
So it does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's
and
weird.
Was that at the start or that one that I just did?
Oh, the one that that's the only one I've seen. I've been in and out. I'm trying to register Harry. 2 weeks late.
Yeah, because that was weird because when I played that one just now, it played normal speed the whole way through. Oh,
I
I'd
don't know if
probably
it's me
need
or
some.
you. Oh, it's me.
What do you got?
I'm just looking at the rate because I'm a few seconds behind, and I'm lagging a lot, aren't I?
You don't seem to be.
I'm lagging everyone out. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, look at that. I got the sushi. I got some fish. Got some fish
Nice.
tubers. I'm gonna eat some salmon soon. Fuck yeah.
That's good remindering too. Mriddle sing potentially a little bit late and after the fact, but we did lose Aquarium Cop last week, and it was quite a tragic loss for the fish fan because he was quite a dude, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was horrible to find out. The fish fam has been hit pretty hard. We've lost a few people in the last year, and it's like, what? You just don't even think that stuff's going to happen.
Yeah.
What
I
I mean is, like, you become friends with these people online, and like you build this relationship, and you see each other okay, and then you just all of a sudden someone's like, "Oh, they're gone." You think, "What?" Like, you just chat with them casually all the time, and so yeah, condolences to his family and everyone that knew him. A lot of people knew him a lot better than I did, but still, it was always very, very fun.
Yeah, well, I think it was Thirsty that introduced me to Aquarium Cop, and I'm fairly certain that Aquarium Cop was one of my first subscribers when I was still in single-digit subscribers, and if it wasn't single digits, it was definitely before 20. So, he used to always show up and always be there for me and offer me support and stuff. And he was a funny, quirky guy, always good fun to have on a stream or to be on a stream with. Just to have in the chat, he'd always come in with the good stuff. He was fun stuff, and yeah, he will definitely be missed. Definitely be missed. R.I.P. Aquarium Cop. Greg the Guppy Guy, g'day mate. How's it going? Yeah, I think he's going to be missed by a lot of people. And yeah, like people have said, condolences to his family. Gem of a man, pleasure to have known him, and it always hurts when the good ones disappear. So what do you got for back, mate?
What have we got coming up in the premiere today? The first couple seconds of this video was pretty disgusting footage, actually. I was losing my shrimp, and I needed to figure out what was going on, and I figured it out pretty quickly. And I fixed it, and then we ended up with we start on a sour note, and we end up on a real high. So, if anyone's having trouble with their shrimp, or you've got 6 minutes to kill for fun, check it out. But yeah, I think if you see the first few seconds, the footage, you'll be like, yeah, that's pretty gross. I've seen that before. I'm just saying a lot without saying anything.
Well, I made that mistake last night, clearly, by we had thunder and lightning roll around, and I thought it would be sensible to walk out on the front patio and shout to the sky, talking loud and saying nothing. And now I've got a tree down on the shed outside.
Of course.
You got to pick your battles, people. You got to pick your battles.
That's just nature's got to remind you every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's great because now I've got 2 days of chainsaw work to do.
And free firewood. Not that I imagine you need much firewood up there that often.
Yeah, no, we don't do firewood here, but Ironically, it might not be irony because irony is definitely used wrongly quite often. G'day, Kevin. How are you, mate? I did have a lovely artist that I know wants logs cut into sections so she can paint on the timber. And now
Who's that?
some chick who was here before.
Sorry, you threw me when you said lovely.
Lady. So now I've potentially got some logs to chop into slices and dry out and cure so they can be painted and sanded and stuff.
That'd be cool, though. Bit of nature.
I'm gonna say goodbye, guys. I've got some.
I've got to ask you a question first.
Yes, sure.
Have you tried Deeds beers?
What?
Deeds? One second.
DEEDS.
Most of the cans look like this.
Juice Chain. No, I've never seen them.
This one, they mass produce this one, so you can get 4 packs of stuff this easy, but most of the stuff they do, they'll only do like one run. I've got a few others, but this one you should be able to find up there if you look hard enough. And New England IPA.
Yeah, nice.
Very good. Tastes just like bitter. No, it doesn't.
Yeah. I'm on the raspberry cheesecake motherfuckers. They're fucking extreme. I'll get the can. Here we go.
I was going to say, show him the can because it's impressive.
Yeah.
That one?
Blueberry raspberry. Oh, that looks great.
Oh, Imperial Cream Sour.
Oh,
Yeah, it's only 7.7% Aquamate.
Yeah, this motherfucker's 11%.
Up 3 Ravens.
No, fuck the 3 Ravens. This is from One Drop. It's a double raspberry ripple cheesecake, nitro imperial.
What is happening?
Thick shake IPA. Fuck me. 3.8 standard drinks in a can. Wales, yeah. Oh, he's gone.
He just exploded.
Oh, fuck.
We've had it's a record. We've had 2 spontaneous combustions in one stream.
Boom. Well, I was just here he is. He's back.
My phone rang, so I couldn't hear you all of a sudden.
Yeah. Right. I got to go and eat some sushi. Salmon needs to get in my belly.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon, man.
All right. Take care, guys. See ya.
Take it easy.
Have you been?
Yeah, I've been all right.
That's good.
Foolishly, though, 2 days ago, I washed my hair, so I've been frizzy man for 2 days.
Is that the vinegar talk?
No, I'm loath to try vinegar in my hair. BJ Palmer, how are you, BJ?
Hey, BJ.
I started to write this really funny bit based on BJ Palmer's name for my stand-up routine, but I actually, when I say I started to write, I didn't actually put pen to paper, and now I've forgotten most of where I was going with it. So
I started to think it would be funny if
it was something to do with 2 physical acts in one name or something like that. I really had a lot of work to do on it to make it humorous.
it'd be funny to think of other words. No, I'm going down the path.
But yeah, it's always good to see you, BJ. Welcome, and thank you
absolutely.
for the potential comedic material in the future.
Oh, we got you over the 666.
Oh, that is so stupid that you mentioned that, because I made a big thing when I was on Big Tank Hank's stream about I wanted to be at 666 subscribers before my next live stream, and then I don't think I even looked at it again since then.
I'll unsubscribe and you can be 666. No.
I'm terrible with that. So what is it at? Oh, I haven't even looked. Whoops, mute that, Michael. 67. Yeah, right. Okay. I missed it. Damn it. It was one of my goals in life. And I think on Big Tank Hank's live stream, I said as soon as I hit 666 subscribers that I would delete my channel, and I was done. That was all I wanted to do. But you know, as usual, just a lie. I was just lying. Okay.
That's usual. Just a lie. Don't think anything of it. It's just another lie.
You know, if you've been here for more than 2 weeks, you know that I do that. Hello, Vitra. Vitra. I hope I'm saying that right.
Where?
Well,
Vitra. Vitra.
Vitra is a Decepticon, I think. Oh, my Transformers knowledge is terrible, but I'm pretty sure that's a Transformers avatar. Oh, what's Thirsty Rabbit stuck on the flavored milk? Well, you're off the grog, Thirsty, and just on the flavored milk. He's exploded again. What's your flavored milk of choice, Thirsty? We seem to be inundated with options when it comes to flavored milk at the moment. There's all these
flavored beer or flavored milk?
The flavored milk. I'm pretty sure that Thirsty. I know he loves his chocolate milk and his iced coffees and stuff. I'm really loath to believe, or loth. I'm loth to believe that a flavored milk beer would be quite gross.
Yeah, it's just adding some lactose instead of fructose and sucrose. Is it? Yeah, lactose, vanilla. Yeah, bit weird, bit different. You know the big goldfish that I've got here. I think I might have found a home for him finally down at the local nursery. They've got some massive ponds, so that'll be cool. I'm going to send him out there because every now and then I find half a fish, and I'm pretty sure it's him.
Yeah,
but they're always the rummy nose. There's little guppies, there's other tetras in there, there's little fish. They're all good, but every now and then half a rummy nose. It's like the red nose.
The challenge.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what it is.
Right, and is it always the back half of a rummy nose you're finding?
No, it's just the head.
Oh.
Yeah, because I would think they're thinking the little red nose is a bug or something like that. It's a bit creepy. I wanted to stick around with you till 5:30, but I'm gonna have to. That was work. Keep calling me, and I would normally ignore it, but because they keep calling me, I better just give them a ring, and they might be stuck on some job, and I'm like, I don't care. Drinking beers, talking to Blacky.
Probably a good idea to get that sorted before your premiere happens. But yeah, I'm going to piss off very shortly myself as well. As long as
cool.
I think I might have missed a couple of people coming in. Fishymon maybe. Someone's saying hi to Fishymon, but I'm not seeing Fishymon in the chat anywhere.
Hey everybody in the chat and everyone. If I see you over at the thing,
I think
today's just a short premiere anyway. It's not another 25-minute one. It's just a 6-minute one. So, but I will speak to you probably before next week anyway. And hopefully I'll have a bit more time next week.
Righto, cool as.
Awesome. Thanks for having me again.
Did you pop your link again? Oh, no, it's all right. GRB's all over it.
GRB has been smashing. I made GRB a mod on my channel last week because he was doing such a good job.
Sensible. I mean, the guy's got multiple things going for him. Mainly, he posts the links and he likes it. Oh, yeah, there's guitar as well.
Love your work, GRB. Thank you. I'll call this, and then I'll see you soon.
See you in about 12 or 13.
Bye.
Alberta, Canada. That's where Vitra is. I really hope I'm saying that right, Vitra. Vidra. Is it divided into 2 syllables, or do the T and the D become one? How you been, brothers? Busy at work, no doubt. Banana milk. Almond eggnog. They both sound hideous. Oh, crikey, thirsty. Yeah, you're in for a world of diabetes, says the guy who drinks copious amounts of bourbon and cola. But, you know, I'll switch it out to soda water. I've got to actually dump the cola again. Putting a exercise bike out here beside my table so I can try and not be so fat anymore and not drink as much cola. That was when I first lost a massive amount of weight. Vitra, right, got it. Thank you. Yeah, I think my biggest secret was stopping cola-based beverages and just doing my bourbon with soda water, and I've got to get back into that habit. And, you know, do a bit more exercise as well, because this bloody COVID, it's so easy to blame COVID for everything. But yeah, COVID made me fat again. But yeah, that's potentially I know I just did do that whole thing about lying and stuff, but this might be the last inch of cola I put into my body for quite a while. I'd like to believe that myself, and time will tell. At least 7 days will tell. 60 ounces of water. Oh, got it. All right, so we might pull up stumps here, because I think I may have exhausted all of my StreamYard hours for the month. I think they renew on the 13th or 14th anyway, so I'll have them all back for next week, and then we can do another 75-hour stream. Eesh. I appreciate all of you people who have hung around, because I know there was some other things on the Greater Seattle Aquarium Society live stream. I think it was about killifish. Have a check of that if you're interested in killifish. Bentley seemed to believe it was going to be pretty good. Only viewing it will expose you to that information. Lol, BJ. If that's a personal slur, I'll allow it. We allow that kind of thing here. Which noxious vapor, Paddy? This one? Or this one? Oh, does he do a Tuesday night stream as well? Crikey, Tuesday night in the States. Busy with the streams. Yeah, well, you know. So many people want to stream nowadays. It's virtually impossible to maintain some kind of schedule where someone's not streaming over someone else. So, you know, you've just got to be adult about it and go, yeah, it's cool. People want to stream, they can have their audience. We can have this audience. That person can have that audience. I know there was a lot of shit about it back in the day when the whole schedule thing was happening, but, you know, there's only so many hours in 1 week, and there's only so many years in a person's life that it's quite futile to get wound up about such stupid things as to who's streaming over who, etc. Only up for 40. Ah, gotcha. Righto. Good advice, Mickham. Maybe GRB, if you can find a link to that and pop it into the chat before we go. I mean, I can only go on Bentley's advice, and he was quite chuffed that they were doing a thing. So, by all means, it could be worth looking into. Oh, nice one, GRB. Yeah, do it. And yeah, check out that Seattle thingy. If I believe it was, correct me if I'm wrong, but if it was, no, Aquarium Cop, Cichlids Aquarium Keeper. Corey is still alive and well. Unfortunately, Aquarium Cop, just the 1-0, passed away from a heart attack last Sunday, your time. Yeah, that certainly did raise some conjecture around the place. Lots of people thinking Corey had died. And, understandably so. People don't always read all of the letters in words that are in front of them. Oh, Deborah, you sound like a very complicated human being that can process complicated stuff. Anyway, that'll do, people. Check out Aquamate's premiere in 6 minutes' time. Link in the chat above. GRB's live stream, potentially live in about 15 minutes, maybe a little under, maybe 13 minutes after Aquamate's premiere. We'll try and get in there and promo that as well. And check out the I keep forgetting what it's called. Greater Seattle Aquarium Society, I believe. Check out their live stream before it's gone for good. All right, everyone, take it easy. Look after yourselves. Don't shampoo your hair, or you get this nonsense happening. Life advice right here, right now. Oh, you know what? I've got time to kill. I'm going to play the song again that I started the show with, and then I'm going to go to Aquamates. Thanks. See yous.
This is the story about a grubby little guy who doesn't know it yet, but he's in for a big change.
Grub was happy doing his grub things, eating leaves and doing other grub things. He'd eat his leaves all day, have grubby things to say. When he was asked to comment on what might be one day,
He said, I'll keep doing things my grub way. It's my way from day to day. What may be one day. Till then, I'll stick to my grubby way.
Grub was happy doing his grub things, eating leaves and doing other grub things. Grub was happy doing his grub things, eating leaves and doing other grub things. Grub went on with the way that took him day to day, thinking things that made him say, what if things worked another
And
way?
he said, I've been doing things my grub way. It's the same old stuff day to day. Perhaps there is another way, so I can change my grubby way.
Grub was happy doing his grub things, eating leaves and doing other grub things. Grub was happy doing his grub things, eating leaves and doing other grub things. And Grub went on and changed his ways, woke one day and Grub felt strange, wrapped himself up and slept for days, woke up again and he was amazed.
do my bit, fit myself into where I fit. Never knew how free I could be, couldn't tell I could be me. I settled in and I did my thing, never knew I was gonna, never knew I was gonna grow wings, living my life day to day. Now everyone can hear me say.
Grub was happy that he tried new things, so very happy he loved his wings. Recapping tonight's top stories. Grub was happy that he tried new things, so very happy he loved his wings. Back to you in the studio.
Oh, he's still here. All right. Thanks, everyone. Take it easy. See you next week. Oh, probably see you in like 3 minutes or so. Presto. Arigato, Mr. Roboto.